and we are going to begin today with Italy. I believe you can see.
Yes, I can see my presentation. I hope also the other can see. Let's start with my presentation, okay?
Yes, please.
Yes, my name is Valentina Chirico. I'm working in the Research and Innovation Office for the University of Brescia. In particular, I am the responsible of the International Research and Cooperation Unity of the university. The University of Brescia is a young, medium-sized university in Italy. It was founded in 1982, and it fostering education and research excellence. Can you please go to the next slide? It counts around 17,000 students and 650 people as academic staff. Research in its many different forms is embodied in our 8 departments. In this slide, you can see a list of our departments, where also each research group or research laboratory and research centers refers to. The University of Brescia offers quality programs and competitive research in areas related to economics, engineering, law, medicine, and recently we've added 2 more areas, pharmacy and agriculture. Next slide, please. Our university, one more click. Can you go? Okay, thank you. Our university is based in Brescia, a city in the northern of Italy. Brescia is a city of art and culture recognized by UNESCO, and it has a pretty high quality of life. Brescia counts around 200,000 inhabitants, and it is one of the top industrial districts in Europe. The city of Brescia is located in a very productive area with a unique economy, especially based on smart and sustainable manufacturing. In fact, we count around 100,000 enterprises. The university is strongly connected with the local industrial sector, enabling the transfer of knowledge and exploitation of research outcomes. Next, please. Now let's see why you should choose our university as your host institution for your postdoctoral fellowship application. The University of Brescia is one of the best universities under 50 in Italy and in the world, according to the Times Higher Education World University Ranking 2023. It has world-class research groups. Our university is among the best universities in Italy and in the world for the high number of citations received by its published works and for playing a leading role in disseminating new knowledge, according to the same World University Ranking. We also are the first public university in Italy in terms of employability of our graduates, thanks also to the industrial city where it is located. We have a highly skilled supporting staff that will assist you in submitting your application, and once your project is funded, the staff will assist you with all visa procedures, mobility arrangements, health insurance, accommodation for your stay in Italy, and also with managing your research project. And finally, the standard of quality of life is pretty high and you will enjoy staying here. Furthermore, the past experiences demonstrate that MSCA's postdoctoral fellows have continued their research path in our university, eventually becoming permanently integrated in our academic staff. My university is engaged in various collaborative networks, both nationally and internationally, and it provides high-quality services to its students and faculty. For example, counseling services, tutoring, computer and multimedia rooms, wireless zones, libraries, online services, advanced centers of scientific research, accommodation services, facilities, sport facilities, cultural initiatives, and also Italian language courses for foreign students and fellows. Next slide. Now let's see how to apply with us. First of all, we suggest you to browse the research groups at our university you might like to work and apply with. You can find it by clicking on the site you find in this slide. Then you can send your CV, an abstract of your project, and indication of the researcher you would like to be your supervisor. If you were not able to find one, do not worry, because our office will take care in finding a suitable match with the most appropriate supervisor. We look forward to meeting and working with you on your postdoctoral fellow application. In the next slide, the last one, you can see another time our contacts. And thank you for your attention, and thank you, EURAXESS, for the possibility you gave us today.
Thank you very much, Valentina, for this great and concise presentation. You got perfect timing, so congratulations as well for this. Thank you. We are going to continue with the next institution and with the next presentation. I probably didn't mention at the beginning that all the presentations and the video recording will be shared with all the participants later today, so you do not have to worry about missing information. And of course, you can afterwards also look at the contact details and contact the research groups, the researchers directly. So we are going to continue with Politecnico di Torino. The presentation will be given by Sarah Rollino.
Yes. So thank
Sarah,
you very
the floor
much.
is yours.
Thank you. So thank you, everybody. I'm very happy to be here with you, and thank you, EURAXESS, for this nice opportunity. My name is Sara Rollino. I work in Politecnico di Torino, and I am the Marie Sklodowska-Curie Action Officer in my university. Can you go to the next, please? Politecnico di Torino is a technical university. This is the QS World University Ranking. And as you can see, we are placed 33 for engineering and technology and 28 for architecture. Our university counts something like 36, almost 37,000 students for 1,500 professors and researchers. And in this link at the bottom that you will receive in the presentation, you can actually see the number and the facts and figures of our university that you have here in few numbers. Can you go to the next, please? Very, very shortly, our university is organized in 11 departments, and these 11 departments are actually covering 4 major areas: the area of industrial engineering, the area of information technology, the area of engineering management, mathematics for engineering, and then civil and environment, architecture, urban planning, and design. Can you go to the next, please? Our performance with the postdoctoral fellowship is here represented. In the last program, Horizon 2020, which lasted 7 years, we were funded for 6 global fellowships and 13 European fellowships. In this framework, which is Horizon Europe, and in the first 2 years of Horizon Europe, 2021 and 2022, we have 3 global fellowships and 6 European fellowships. So by now we are doing pretty good, and we are very happy. And we hope to welcome you in our university for the next calls. Here you can also see the performance in terms of Seal of Excellence, which is the award that is given to high quality proposals. And as you can see, also in terms of Seal of Excellence, we are doing pretty good, because in the 7 years of Horizon 2020, we obtained 18 Seals of Excellence. And in the first 2 years of Horizon Europe, which will last 7 years, we already obtained 15 Seal of Excellence. So we're very happy with this performance, and we hope very much that we can continue like this. Can you please go on? Thank you. So this is our attraction leaflet that we usually disseminate at the beginning of February, March. It's a leaflet that presents our university to any candidates that would be interested in presenting a postdoctoral fellowship with Politecnico di Torino. And we actually promote it internally with our supervisors and our professors and our researchers in order to attract and enhance the application from abroad. So it's also for you. Can you go to the next slide, please? So we provide support for candidates that choose our university, and the support is annually the same. So the support that is presented here more or less will be the same in the next year, because we have developed this support format which works pretty much. It is important to notice that applicants identify their Polito supervisors by themselves. By consulting the web pages that are describing the 11 departments, and here you have the link. Once you have found your supervisor, you can benefit for the dedicated support, which is made of an info day that in which we present the call within our university. We provide in-depth webinars, we provide on-demand support, a specific section with the applicant, the supervisor for question and answer. And we also provide support for a limited number of proposal review service. Can you go to the next slide, please? We also provide support to the funded projects. And so we provide support during the grant agreement preparation once the projects are funded. There is daily assistance from each department for the implementation of the project, the daily implementation of the project. There is a specific support for immigration desk. There are onboarding and welcome services to better understand our university. We provide a number of benefits such as public transport pass, museum, kindergarten, and counseling if necessary, as well as initial short-term housing and the national healthcare benefits. Can you go to the next one, please? So I thank you very much for your time and for this opportunity. I wish you the best of luck in your career. And here you have the link in which you have the landing page for the support for postdoctoral fellowship at Politecnico di Torino. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Sarah, for introducing the university and all the different opportunities that it offers for our researchers around the globe. Thank you. And we are going to continue still with Italy. And it will be the Università, I'm not sure I'm going to do a good job here, degli Studi del Piemonte Orientale, something like that.
Correct.
So I will play the...
Vittoria, if it's possible, I can introduce a little bit the video. With,
okay, yes.
Just 1 minute.
Yes.
Okay, so good morning to everybody. My name is Giuseppina Cannatelli, and I work at the research office of Università degli Studi del Piemonte Orientale in the north of Italy. We would like to thank EURAXESS for the opportunity to introduce our university to you, future Marie Curie Fellows. On our website, on the dedicated page, you will find all the useful information to apply with us to the Marie Curie Postdoctoral Fellowship call, with particular references to the list of our supervisor in continuously updating. We would like to introduce the Università Piemonte Orientale to you with a short video in which you can see who we are, where we are located, and what our lines of research are. So I can ask to Victoria to share our video with you.
Welcome to the University of Piemonte Orientale. The main claim of the university is the open campus. This means that our house is not fenced off. We are open to the world in continuous evolution and to all those who want to get in contact with us, students, teachers, visiting professors from abroad, researchers, and, of course, Marie Curie Fellows. At the same time, we are aware and proud of our roots. We are set in 3 nice cities where 8 departments have their headquarters. These cities are Alessandria, Novara, and Vercelli, very close to Turin and Milan. We are a sort of local university, an innovative place where innovative research is made in this eastern area of Piedmont region. We are a state-run university with some 16,500 students, a staff of 429 of permanent teachers and researchers, and of 345 employees. We have graduated some 43,000 students since our foundation in 1998. We also have doctoral programs that cover all fields of study. Our facilities are quite impressive and our departments are hosted in beautiful buildings, including some historical locations that you will be pleased to visit. The main axes are interdisciplinary research, innovative and international education, good practices, and a global strategy of territorial development, because the university is a structuring factor of urban attractiveness. We focus our fields of research and instructions on 5 main areas: life sciences, medicine, physical sciences, social and economic studies, and humanities. Our researchers are involved in many collaborations with institutes and universities, and in various national and international funded projects, among them, for instance, 19 Horizon 2020 and 10 Horizon Europe projects. We have innovative research centers, such as CAD, the Center on Autoimmune and Allergic Diseases, which is composed of 3 areas: clinics, with the outpatients departments of rheumatology and allergology, research, with laboratories and associated services, and technology facilities, equipped with state-of-art instrumentations to support research and innovation. It also houses the UPO Biobank for the management of patients' samples and associated clinical data. Another center is PRISMA, a research infrastructure which combines the skills of physical sciences and of pharmaceutical disciplines. It's a platform dedicated to resonance magnetic nuclear, (NMR), and makes tools and know-how available to companies to open up new opportunities to start collaboration and R&D projects. We have students and professors who come from all over the world through many projects, such as Erasmus and specific programs for researchers and professors. We welcome all people who wish to open their arms in a gesture of welcome and want to build bridges of relationship with us. We hope you will consider to join us and to choose one of our researchers as your supervisor. What we can offer is a stimulating environment of young and active people who are particularly interested to work with high-quality international researchers.
Okay, so we are at your disposal and we hope to hear from you soon. Thank you to everybody and enjoy your research. Good luck.
Thank you so much, Giuseppina. We are going to continue with the fourth institution from Italy, which will be the Italian Space Agency.
Yes. Good afternoon and good morning, everyone.
Hello. Please, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much. So, good afternoon and good morning again. My name is Valerio Vagelli from the Italian Space Agency, and I'm here today to present to you our hosting opportunity in the Italian Space Agency that we call Let's Space. Next slide, please. So, the Italian Space Agency is a national institution and research center that aims in advancing in the field of space sciences, space exploration, and space transport. It works as aggregation and fostering center towards national universities and other research centers. It involves collaboration with other national institutions and, of course, the private sector. It provides services to the citizens, and of course, it is involved in collaborations worldwide with all other space agencies. Next slide. Here, I just picture for you a snapshot of all our space-driven activities. As you can see, they span the whole field of space research, and we have also clearly activities that involve science and research and technology development. Next slide, please. So in order to achieve our scientific objectives, as researchers take the leverage on our space centers. We have our headquarters, which is located in Rome, where R&D and research is executed and planned by most of us researchers and technologists. We have 4 space centers dedicated to space observation, telecommunication, data analysis, and space operations, which are located around Italy and in Kenya. And of course, we have access to many R&D national and international facilities via agreements and MOUs with other research institutes, also involving the opportunity to execute experiments on the International Space Station through an NASA MOU agreement. Next slide, please. So again, just a non-comprehensive snapshot of our recent and relevant scientific achievement. Again, they span the whole entire space field, from Earth observation from space, cosmos observation, solar physics, transport, and also life sciences in space. Next slide. So ASI provides a unique environment to host your research. In fact, in view of our institutional role, we support and sponsor participation in European activities in space and aerospace. We are the 3rd largest contributor to the European Space Agency programs, and of course we have many research collaborations ongoing with other international space agencies such as NASA or JAXA. We have access to the whole space supply chain in Italy that involves more than 200 space companies. We have an in-house technology transfer service, and we foster a new space economy program. Finally, thanks to the many research agreements with the national and international universities and research centers such as INAF, CNR, or INFN, we have a strong network of collaboration with academy and research groups that allow us to access frontier laboratories, equipments, and investigations. Next slide, please. So here is just a snapshot of our hosting offer. You will find the detail in a link that I will provide you later. We have proposals in the field of Earth observation for space that aim to achieve new precursors, to identify hazardous events, and advance in human sustainability from ground-based and space-based observation. We have proposals in space program planning involving an analysis of cost for phase 0 and phase A missions in the context of the concurrent engineering facilities of ASI. Next slide. Solar system, space weather, and exoplanet climatology, directed to investigate the dynamics of the solar physics, improve and optimize next generation mission, and use databases in the field of exoplanet climatology. And finally, fundamental physics and cosmology that mainly aim to optimize next generation mission for the study of the CMB spectral distortion and measurement of particles and antimatter in space. Next slide. So I leave you with this final slide. Let's Space is an opportunity to host your postdoctoral European fellowship on a wide spectrum of frontier research to advance in the field of universe, space, and earth sciences, in close collaboration with expert supervisors to enhance the quality of your research. We provide access to ground space research infrastructures, and most importantly, we train on a strategic field that can be used to improve your international career perspective. The list of proposals with the detail is at the link that is provided at the center of the slide. Please provide your interest to ASI tutors by the 1st of July, any question you can be redirected to the two point of contacts that has written in the slide. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Valerio, for introducing the Italian Space Agency to our researchers, especially, as I mentioned, connected from the continent of the Americas. So with you, we have finalized the Italian research landscape, but as I said, there are many, many more opportunities. This was just a snapshot. Thank you very much to our speakers. I'm sure that they are going to stay a little bit longer, maybe 10, 15 minutes more. So if you have any specific questions that you would like to direct to the speakers from the Italian universities and research agencies, please feel free to use the Q&A box to address them. And if you have any general questions about the postdoctoral fellowship of the Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, my colleague Dalibor, who is here with us, he would be the best person to answer those questions for you. So now we are going to travel to a different country, which is the Czech Republic. We will have 5 institutions presenting themselves today. We are going to start with the Palacký University in Olomouc. So please, the floor is yours.
Thank you. So good afternoon, everyone. My name is Hanna Ovsiankova. I work at the Grant Office of the Faculty of Arts of Palacký University in Olomouc. And among other things, I coordinate the preparation of application for Marie Curie Fellowships. Since 2020, our faculty gradually gained 11 incoming and 3 outgoing fellowships at the faculty. A very crucial aspect of this success is the work of the team at the Grant Office, which is involved in the preparation and implementation of Marie Curie Fellowships. And in my presentation, I want to address what it means to be a hosting institution. Generally, when we host a dinner party or a barbecue, we want our guests to feel welcome, accepted, and that they are taken care of. So if a university or other institution decides to host Marie Curie Fellowships, I believe that they should first have answered for themselves what kind of host they want to be, how they want to present themselves, what they want to offer, and what kind of relationship they want to establish with applicants. As an example, please allow me to briefly introduce the strategy of our Grant Office, which I would summarize very simply with the slogan, "We do care." And so what does it look like in practice? Please, next. Every year, we organize a preparatory cycle that starts in January and is phased until the deadline of the call. We usually first approach suitable supervisors at the faculty, prepare a seminar for them, and promote their profile on different platforms. Besides EURAXESS and the Marie Curie Matchmaking platform, we also approach partners within our Aurora Alliance or partners with whom we have Erasmus contracts. In parallel, we update the interest of applicants from last year who were not yet fully prepared and encourage our own students to consider the benefits of the fellowship for their future career development. We then run a series of seminars and workshops for applicants that go into depth on each section of excellence, impact, and implementation. Each year, we devise a slightly different scheme to make the preparation more effective and engaging. As you can see in the slide, we guide incoming and ongoing applicants from the very research idea to the final click on the submit button in the funding and tender portal. We train, advise, help, and teach, but also do a lot of encouraging and motivating. Next, please. Each year, applicants come from countries all over the world, so most of the preparation activities are done online. However, we try to meet in person whenever we can. This way, we can meet local candidates in individual consultations. For those coming in, their supervisors then try to find opportunities and means to invite them to stay with us for at least a few days. In other ways, we are striving to create opportunities for a first acquaintance with the hopefully future hosting institution, a strengthening of relationship with the supervisor, and also for working intensively together on the application. Next, please. Every GATE fellow is, of course, a great joy, but also a bit of a worry. For them, it is a combination of excitement, anticipation, culture shock, and pressure to adapt quickly. Therefore, we as a grant office cooperate with the Welcome Office and other faculty departments in an effort to help them acclimate quickly and efficiently so they can fully pursue their fellowship from the very beginning. Each fellow has an administrator who takes care of all project, formal, and operational matters, but also helps the fellow to settle in. Returning to my metaphor of hosting a dinner party, we really try to be the best host possible so that our fellows feel welcome and have the best facilities for their work. In a purely pragmatic sense, this approach pays off for us in terms of the long-term sustainability of relationships with fellows and their home institutions, follow-up collaborations, and last but not least, good references to other scholars abroad. Next, please. Yeah, please, the full slide. Finally, I would like to mention an advantage that we can benefit from as an institution established in widening country. This benefit is the Marie Curie CZ program implemented under the Jan Amos Comenius operational program. Once our applicant exceeds at least the threshold, we as an institution can apply for funding for his project from Czech structural funds. In addition, there is a 5% co-financing by the hosting department. Of course, we primarily try to prepare excellent projects that will be supported directly by the European Commission. But it also happens occasionally that someone has a very well-developed project that is not supported in this way by only because of lack of funding or has a slightly lower score below 90%. Because we like to promote skillful, hardworking, and determined scholars, we offer such researchers a second chance or backup plan in the form of Marie Curie CZ. Next. In the preparation and implementation of Marie Curie Fellowship projects, the helping, mentoring, and serving aspect of the project manager's work is significant. It is an investment in the young generation of scientists, and we believe and are gradually observing that it makes a difference. So thank you for your attention.
Thank you so much, Hannah, for this presentation, very concise, and congratulations for the work that you're doing for the researchers and to attract researchers from, I believe, around the world. So we are going to continue with our next presentation from the Czech Republic, which will be representing the Charles University. Do we have...
Hello, this is Andrzej speaking.
Hello, Andrzej?
Hi.
Okay.
Good afternoon.
Let me show your slides. Give me a second. And the 5 minutes are all yours. Please
Wonderful.
go ahead.
Thanks so much, Vicky. I'm really glad to be here. Thanks for giving us the place. And I would like to present some, let's say, procedure we have also tried to establish with now in view of helping MSCA applicants to settle in at the Charles University. I'm speaking from the perspective of the European Center, where we provide a comprehensive grants support, basically, for all researchers who are active currently at the Charles University, but also those who would like to search work and also certain fellowships, such as Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions. And this is something we have been focusing on several years now, and we've tried to get sort of a pipeline of those activities very similar to that of Palacký University that just spoke. And nevertheless, we'll try to add some let's say, specifics to this agenda that we have at least tried to establish. I'm very happy to share them with you. So this I can ask you the next slide. This is something just to give you an example or an idea of how many or how wide the Charles University is. So it is very, very hard for us to search for, let's say, certain axis of competence that we would like to focus, because we are providing at the central level from the rectorate's office, we are providing the support for 18 faculties, some of which are in Prague and some of which are even in the regional cities around. But you can see that the variety is quite large. Nevertheless, if Vicky, I can ask you the next slide. It is, we can see that there are several strong points in our subjects and where we try to focus. One of which is also linked with the fact that we have several medical faculties. So you can see that among the subjects in the global top 150, we can find anatomy and physiology representing those medical faculties. Among those representing social sciences and humanities, and which are very well welcome, or they are very competitive, let's say, at the European and the global level. You can see economics and also political sciences and international studies. And last but not least, we also specialize in geography. You can find it in many, let's say, Horizon Europe and Horizon 2020 supported projects. Last but not least, our let's say most competitive axis, which is very dynamic in the last, and you've seen the development of artificial intelligence and also other computational linguistics. It is basically the sciences era about the language, so it's linguistic. Vicky, if I can ask you the next slide. So in support of Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, we are trying to develop a certain relation of trust within the trainees who try to come at the Charles University. Most of them are, let's say, directly in communication with different faculties, with different supervisors. But nevertheless, some of them are also directly pointing at us and trying to ask and trying to find the best supervisor for them. So we are here for that, for both of these activities, and we have been quite successful. If I can ask you to keep the next slide, especially on focusing on the practice, on fine-tuning the abstracts and the CVs of the prospective researchers. So this is something that has its own let's say chemistry, where the abstract needs to identify the problem, propose the solution to the problem, and give a certain hint how this exploitation will be used in future. Also, we were quite successful in focusing on the CVs, trying to fine-tune, let's say, something which is seen as the first, let's say, window of the evaluator towards the researcher. So how the researcher presents himself or herself, and try to put in front those activities that can fit the best to the proposed project. Vicky, I can ask you the next slide. We have been trying to work quite in a, I would say, narrow cooperation with national contact points who are focusing directly on these, let's say, different activities in view of supporting the national landscape. But also we have been trying to work with the former grantees or the current grantees who are also keen to share their experience and try to let's say motivate their own colleagues to repeat the success they have. And last but not least, we are also working with the pool of evaluators from the Charles University who can provide the perspective from the other way around. So they can, and as the result, you can see the list of the Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, either individual projects or the networking projects that we were successful in the last year. And this is basically it. If I can just ask you to show the last slide, and this is where you can see the contact of our European Center together with the phone number and perfectly the email contact where you can be reached anytime. So we'll be happy to help you with your Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions application anytime, and please keep in touch. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Ondra, for sharing this information and introducing the opportunities that are offered by the Charles University. Now we are going to move on to the next presentation, which is going to be about the Masaryk University. I'm going to share the presentation, and I should have Jakub Zeman here with us.
Yes, good afternoon.
Good afternoon, and the floor is yours.
Thank you. We can go directly on the next slide. Masaryk University is located in Brno, which is the second largest city of Czechia. It's closer to Vienna than to Prague. And it's a site of the most successful university in Horizon 2020 and Horizon Europe, both in terms of the funding acquired from the programs and the number of projects. Importantly, in context of postdoctoral fellowship, in the last call, we were the most successful organization, not only in Czechia, but also within all widening countries, which covers basically Eastern European countries, Portugal and Greece. This city hosts 10 universities, from life sciences to technologies to arts, and is very favorite among students. Okay, next slide, please. I'll be talking mainly about CETEC, or presenting supervisors from CETEC, which is Central European Institute of Technologies. It's a center of excellence at Masaryk University. There's a part of this institute which is spread all over Brno, and it's focused on life sciences, but our university hosts also researchers from social sciences and humanities, as I will show. Okay, next slide, please. This is Masaryk University in numbers. You can see that we have over 1,500 different projects. We teach over 150 programs, and the number of students is quite impressive, 33,000. So you can imagine it's really full of students when this is only one university. Is basically the biggest university in the city, at the same size as the University of Technology. 10 faculties, which I will present in the next slides, please. So you can see that this is the list: Faculty of Law, Faculty of Economics, Faculty of Arts, Social Sciences, Pedagogy for Teachers, Medicine, Science, Faculty of Informatics, Faculty of Pharmacy, and Faculty of Sports. Next slide, please. So I will present mainly the current demand of supervisors who are seeking for fellows, potential fellows, and I collected the information across university, and those who were interested were from Faculty of Economics and Administration. Next slide. And from CETEC, which is quite impressive center of excellence that started 12 years ago, and since that time it's become really established, and a Central European leader, also in charge of several consortia, trying to bridge West and East institutes in life sciences. Next slide, please. So specifically, this is one of our ERC holders. His main focus is lymphocytic leukemia, and his main focus is on the role of non-coding RNA in the molecular pathways that regulate microenvironmental interactions in normal and malignant immune cells. We also try to provide contact directly on the supervisor and the responsible grant officer, who will support you with the proposal preparation. And we also specify that we are interested both in this year's applicants and applicants for the next year. So if you cannot apply this year, don't hesitate to contact us this year, because we can start the preparation early. Okay, next slide. Hélène Robert-Boissivon, she's a plant biologist, and her main focus is in the effects of temperature stress on seed development generally, but the experimental plant is Arabidopsis. She herself was a Marie Curie Fellow, and she's been supervising several Marie Curie Fellows. She's a great supporter. She's one of the supervisors who is fully involved in the proposal preparation, and that's why she is successful. Next slide, please. Lukáš Trantirek is another prominent researcher. His main research focus is non-coding genome. Throughout his career, he was awarded several grants, and he's also looking for researchers for 23 and 24 application. Next, please. Michal Schmida, his main focus is functional genomics, and now I will just go slides one by one because I think that I've been running out of time. Marketa Pernicová, and these are guys from Faculty of Economics. So just the fields: business informatics, labor and health economics, macroeconomics, experimental and behavioral economics. We have a great infrastructure that allows for experimental research, combined also with magnetic resonance imagery, public administration, artificial intelligence in finance, another topic, and another topic, organizational behavior and HR management, mobility and transport economics, and I think that we're nearly at the end. Regional economics, and that's it. So if you want to see all the details, please try to visit the sites and contact directly, use the contacts that are presented in the presentation.
Thank you very much there, Jakub, for presenting all these amazing opportunities that, as you mentioned, the Masaryk University offers, but also the Center of Excellence of SATEC. So thank you very much. Now we are going to move to two different institutions of the Czech Academy of the Sciences. We will start with the first one, which is the Institute of Physics. Will be presented by Jiří Červenka.
Thank you very much. Good afternoon, everyone. So my name is Jiří Červenka, and I am Science Secretary and Senior Scientist at FZU, Institute of Physics of the Czech Academy of Sciences. So today I'm excited to give you this talk and introduce our institute and the hosting opportunities. So during my talk, I will try to convince that FZU is the best place to pursue your Marie Curie Postdoctoral Fellowship. So can you go to the next slide, please? Who we are. So we are the largest institute in the Czech Academy of Sciences. So this is the public research institution. Currently, we have more than 1,100 employees that pursue research, and we are oriented mainly on excellent basic and applied research in physics, but it covers also all related disciplines. Next slide, please. We are located mainly in Prague, but we have also other sites in Dolní Břežany, which is just on the outskirts of Prague, and Olomouc as part of joint laboratories with Palacký University. We are, as I said, located in Prague. So the next slide, please. So the Prague is a central part of Europe in the Czech Republic. It's the center is UNESCO World Heritage Site. Prague is also famous for culture and student life, and it's definitely a fascinating place to conduct research. Next slide, please. So if you think of why FZU is the right place to choose, we are one of the most successful institutions in the Czech Republic. We are ranking among the top institutions in physics-related fields. We have top research infrastructure and facilities. Just to name a few, we have built the most powerful laser in the world in the Eli Beamline Center. We have many other unique research equipment and facilities for characterizing materials and many and more. The most important is our excellent research teams and research scientists. Many of them are recipients of prestigious grants like ERC, and there are in total more than 300 potential supervisors at our institute that can help you to find the right topic for you. We try to provide inspirational research environment and also good working conditions as part of the HR Excellence in Research. And we give targeted training for postdocs and students. Next slide. In our institute, we have 5 research divisions, and they focus on different disciplines in physics, starting from elementary and astroparticle physics. Then we have 2 divisions that focus on material science, mainly condensed matter physics, where you can choose from various topics, from semiconductors, dielectrics, to different you can do both theory and experiment, so you can definitely find many possibilities there. We also focus on optics and laser physics. We do also multidisciplinary research, not only physics by itself, so like biophysics and so on. Next slide, please. At FZU, we have a fairly large postdoctoral community. We have currently more than 150 postdocs that out of them there are 8 Marie Curie postdocs and 5 that are Czech versions of Marie Curie postdocs, as was mentioned by other institutions in the Czech Republic. This provides additional opportunity for postdocs. If they don't succeed in the normal European version, they can still succeed if they have good ranking in the national financing. And our institute has been also successful in gaining Marie Curie co-fund. We have physics for future projects that in next 5 years will bring to our institute 60 Marie Curie fellows. So that means that the postdoctoral community is growing, and it's definitely very exciting for us and to welcome other people to join this community. Next slide, please. Okay, so here I come to the end of my presentation. I hope I have convinced you that FZU is the right place to apply for a Marie Curie Postdoctoral Fellowship. If you want to contact us, you can contact directly me using science@fzu.cz, or you can look for potential supervisors on our website. We'll be all happy to receive your materials and your suggestions. So we look forward to your applications. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Jirko, děkuji moc. Thank you for introducing the Institute of Physics of the Czech Academy of Sciences. So we are going to move forward with the last institution by the Czech Republic, which is going to be another institute, the Institute of Organic Chemistry and Biochemistry of the Czech Academy of Sciences.
Thank you, Victoria. My name is Pavlína Moloj-Rezakova. I am Vice Director for Research at our institution. And our Institute of Organic Chemistry and Biochemistry welcomes Marie Curie Fellows, especially in life sciences. I would like to thank the previous speaker for introducing Prague, which was my task on this slide. You've seen that Prague is a nice historical city with also modern science, and that also stands for our institute. As you can see on this picture, our institute has a historical building, but also newly built modern building, and both are equipped with state-of-art equipment and provide great science that is very inspiring. And I would like to welcome you to come and join us for your scientific career. Next slide, please. To introduce IOCB Prague, we are the leading scientific institution, and we do have excellent basic research, but also successful applications. As you can see at the bottom of the slide, where we have several current papers, and on the left side, you can see drugs that are currently treating millions of people in the world and that are originating from research done at our institute. So as you can see, we do have a great basic science, but we also have an emphasis on collaboration with commercial partners. We also have an emphasis on interdisciplinary research, and particularly successful in medicinal chemistry, chemistry of natural products, organic synthesis, and molecular modeling. We host 49 scientific groups, and we have close to 1,000 employees, many of them being junior scientists, including PhD students. And we do provide international environment, which is exemplified by more than 40 nationalities. Next slide, please. So the research at IOCB can be clustered into 3 disciplines, or clusters as we call them: chemistry, physical chemistry, and biochemistry. What is very special about our institute is that all these clusters talk to each other and they collaborate. And we do have many unique, multidisciplinary projects. So even biochemists can get trained or get exposed to other clusters and vice versa. So next slide, please. So all the research that was shown in the previous slide in the clusters is here at your disposal to use it to advance your career. What you have to do is to find your supervisor and exciting scientific project. And that is something that you have to do yourself. So I really welcome you or invite you to check our web pages. Each group is represented by a thorough description of the projects, and you have a lot to choose from the 3 clusters described before. Next slide, please. So that is the first step that you have to do. And once you identify your favorite scientific project, you can either find them through the way I described previously, or you can check listed postdoc positions that are currently shown on our webpage using this link. And then please prepare a short proposal, 1 page, and include your CV and a track record, and contact directly the selected group leader and negotiate for future collaboration. The group leader will come in contact with you and also engage our project office, who will be helping you with preparation of the proposal. Here, I would like to also mention then we also have our internal source IOCB Fellowship for postdocs, which you can check on the link indicated on this slide. Next slide, please. I would like to also promote a PhD program. Perhaps there are some younger colleagues watching, or you can recommend us to your younger colleagues. We have more than 200 PhD students. And the last slide invites you to discover more about our institute. And here are all contact information that you can use to find more. And I hope all of you will be able to find the best career path for yourself. And I really hope some of you will be doing it in our institute. Thank you very much, and thanks for the opportunity to present our institute here.
Thank you very much, Pavlina, for introducing the different opportunities that the Institute of Organic Chemistry and Biochemistry offers to our researchers around the world. I can only confirm that the Czech Republic is definitely one of the friendliest countries where you can find not only a lot of opportunities for research, science, and innovation, but also they have different EURAXESS service centers that can help you with your move, information about visas, social security, health insurance, schools for children, etc. So definitely check them out and you will get a lot of information that you need. So I would like to thank to the whole Czech Republic team for joining us today. If you want to stay a little longer, please do. There might be some direct questions in the Q&A for you. If not, then of course we will share all your presentations with our audience today. We are going to move on to the next country, which is France. This presentation will be given by the Marie Sklodowska-Curie NCP, Eugenia Shadlova, who is also, of course, here with us today. And she will present most of the different hosting opportunities that French universities and research institutions offer for your Marie Sklodowska-Curie Fellowship. Eugenia, the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much for giving me this opportunity to present research in France and the opportunity offers in the frame of Marie Sklodowska-Curie Postdoctoral Fellowships. Just as an introduction, I would like to say that France is a very large country, and there were many interested institutions to participate to this webinar, and it was difficult for us to select speakers. This is why we suggested to all of them to register their hosting offers on the EURAXESS platform and MSCA platform. And so today I will present you just the overall organization of research in France, and also some of those hosting offers which are registered on the which are available on these platforms, so that further you can go and explore by yourself these different opportunities from these online platforms. So please go to the next slide. Here you have just some numbers to give you an idea about the research organization in France. So in France, there are 75 public universities, 150 Grand École, which are also higher education organizations and which perform research. 26 public research organizations, which are some probably know some of them: CNRS, INSERM, CEA for INSERM for medical research, CEA for energy research, INRA for agricultural research, INRIA for informatics, in IFRAMER for research of the sea, CNES for space research, ERD research for development, and CIRAD also in agricultural research. Two private foundations such as Institut Pasteur and Institut Curie in health sciences, 2,095 researchers, among which 28% are women, 1.6 million students, among which 71,000 PhD students, 71 competitiveness clusters, which are clusters uniting different startups and companies and research organizations in different areas. And so 2 and 5% of GDP in France is dedicated to research. And France's population is 76.8 million. This is just to give you an overall idea about research and innovation in France. And these amounts are taken from the Higher Education and Research Ministry website. Next slide, please. So here I give you some good reasons to choose France for your research. So of course, first one is it's excellent research, and France takes second world place for the number of Fields Medal and second world place for Nobel Prizes, and it's the third nation in Shanghai ranking, and it takes the first place for the impact of its scientific publications. It's also a country of innovation. France is the second EU country for the number of patents. It attracts researchers from all over the world. For example, 42% of foreigners among its PhD students, and France is the third host country in EU for young researcher. France has a global network of different and more than 250 destinations in the world for the French laboratories present in different countries in the world, and 63% of French publications are made in collaboration with foreign researchers. It is at the heart of major international research projects, such as, for example, particle physics with CERN or Arianespace. It also has a very dynamic research and innovation ecosystem. And for example, 2/3 of French research is operated by the non-academic sector. You are very welcome also to come and apply for your postdoctoral fellowship in the non-academic sector. And finally, France also has top-level research infrastructures in different areas: astronomy and astrophysics, health and life sciences, and human and social sciences, and also physics and engineering science. Next slide, please. So here you have a very simple scheme just to explain you when you will apply for a MSCA Postdoctoral Fellowship that the research in France is being performed in the research labs called also research units. And these labs are not autonomous legal entities. They are under supervision of either national research centers or universities or grandes écoles, or sometimes even enterprises. So please be aware that if you come to France, you will perform your research, of course, in a lab, but the host institution who will apply with you will be either a university or a national research center or, for example, a company. So you need to contact together with your supervisor, also the administrative services of the university this lab is being supervised by. Please go to the next slide. And finally, before I go to the hosting offers on the EURAXESS, some tips to find a host institution in France. So the first, of course, is to go through your existing professional networks and collaborations. You can also check publications in your research area and try to figure out who is the specialist or the lab you would like to work with. And finally, you have these different tools that have been made available for you to help matching host institutions and potential candidates. So the first one is the EURAXESS jobs portal. Another one is MSCA-Net matchmaking platform that I will further go to and show you the hosting offers from France. So in these platforms, you will find a hosting offers that have been registered purposely by those laboratories or host institutions interested by welcoming foreign postdoctoral candidates for MSCA Postdoctoral Fellowships. But there is also another platform, which is much larger, which includes actually information about all French laboratories and publications from French scientists and potential supervisors. Which is a scanner platform that you can see here. So on this, the laboratories that you will find information about on this platform did not register purposely for hosting MSCA Postdoctoral Fellow, but it doesn't mean that they will not be interested to host it. So if you actually, on this platform, you will find much more information about different French organizations. It is specific for French research, but maybe some of them will not be aware of what postdoctoral fellowships are, but it doesn't mean that they will not be interested to host you. So please don't hesitate to explore also this tool, to contact specialists in your area, to explain them that you apply for postdoctoral fellowships, who you are, and why you contact them. And so it's also another possibility to give you a chance to find your perfect host institution. And finally, if you are particularly interested by fellowship in a private company, you can also check companies' profiles on the Enterprise Europe Network partner search platform. Here again, it will be the profiles of companies not purposely registered for MSCA Postdoctoral Fellowship, but they may also be interested by you and your project, so don't hesitate to explore this database and to find specialists that may be interested by your profile. Please go for the next slide. So this is this tool scanner, which is French national platform I talked to you about, where you can search by keywords, publications, author's name, project's name, and it's very exhaustive database, so don't hesitate to use it. And it's available in English. Next slide, please. So now, so here we have just some screen prints from the EURAXESS Hosting Offers platform, where you will find more than 100 offers from host institutions in France. And this is why you understand it was difficult for us to select among them. And if you don't mind, I would like to share my screen now to show you details of some of those hosting offers. Okay, so here I come to the page dedicated to France with the hosting offer from France. So you can see that by applying filtering by country, I can see 26 offers, but some of them actually are offers from research organizations, which include many offers from different labs. And so let me show you just some of them. For example, this one is a call for candidates for MSCA Postdoctoral Fellowships in the field of mechanics and energetics from French National Center for Scientific Research, the CNRS, located at Aix-Marseille University. So from CNRS and Aix-Marseille University, so a laboratory located in Marseille. And so there are several topics and several disciplines searching for potential fellows. So you can find here quite detailed information about these offers in the areas of energy, civil engineering, risks and environment, health, and transport. And at the end, you have the contact. So the person to contact for all those offers. Another offer, for example, this one, postdoctoral fellowship for in the area of improving energy and indoor quality for healthy building. So this offer comes from CEREMA, which is a national agency in France in the area. So in this area, and you can find here the description of host institution and research group, the requirements for potential projects, and at the end you can also find the person to contact for this offer. Another one from Agro Paris Tech, which is Grande École in the area of agricultural sciences, and the project topic is in the area of impact of protein quality and quantity intake on protein synthesis. And again, you have an email of the potential supervisor, and very detailed description and different requirements towards the candidate. And here, for example, you have more than 75 hosting offers from INRIA, which is French National Research Organization in Informatics. So you have a contact and description of all and link to find the detail of those different hosting offers. Finally, there are also offers in the area of social sciences and humanities. And for example, here we have a host institution in economic sciences. So it's Aix-Marseille University, and more exactly Aix-Marseille School of Economics. We have a contact again and the description. We have quite a big choice. If you search from this platform, you can also use the keywords to select different criteria. And you can also use the MSCA-Net platform, which is another platform created by the European Network of MSCA NCPs. And on this platform, you can also find quite many offers from French organizations, Aix-Marseille School of Economics, University of Tours, CNRS, which is the main national research organization in France, Genopole, INSA, which is an engineering school, laboratory, also from sometimes, and these are the offers from the host institutions, some of them are from labs. But in any case, if you search by keywords, you can find, I think, quite a large offer from different organizations in your area. Now, if you don't mind, I will go back to my slides. Can you?
Yeah, we don't have any more time, but okay. I will just show quickly the contact information, so they can.
Yes, so indeed, if you have questions about potential host institutions or about research in France, if you found your host institution and you want to apply in France, please don't hesitate to contact us. This is our team. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Eugenia, for sharing all the different hosting opportunities that France offers. And as you said, there are so many of them, and you nicely showed an example how to find them, what to look for on the EURAXESS portal. So we really appreciate that. If you have any direct questions to Eugenia, please feel free to put them into the chat or into the Q&A. I'm sure she will stay with us a little bit longer so she can answer some of your questions. And if not, of course, as you know, all the material that you see today is going to be shared with you in the next couple of days. So from France, we are going to travel to Poland, and we are going to start with the Polish Academy of Sciences.
Hello, my name is Artur Bednarkiewicz, and I am a Deputy Director for Scientific Affairs in Institute of Low Temperature and Structure Research, Polish Academy of Sciences. I am a scientist and I am leading my own research group. And within this short presentation, I would like to introduce to our institute, our scientists, and would like to advertise the possibility to collaborate with us within Marie Sklodowska-Curie Fellowship. Our institute is one of top Polish institutes, and it is specializing in two disciplines, chemistry and physics. We are over 100 scientists and over 30 PhD students, and we publish more than 300 articles a year. We have been successful in external research project acquisition and realization. We have our own doctorate school, and we also have a spin-off company which support our scientists to transfer the knowledge from labs to commercial products. About Wrocław, where our institute is located, this is one of the most beautiful and historical city, which is very well communicated with Europe and world. It is located on southwest part of Poland, and it is close to Germany and Czech Republic. It is also warmest part of Poland. Our city is also a university city, and we have over 200,000 students a year. If you are interested in more details, you can scan these QR codes. Our institute and our scientists are specializing in physics, chemistry, and material science, and we are especially interested in magnetic electron systems, superconducting materials, catalysis, phase transitions, luminescence, and optical biospectroscopy. All this work is done within 7 scientific divisions. We can offer excellent scientific and friendly environment. We do care introducing gender equality plan, and we also have HR Excellence in Research logo. We can support collaboration within our internal postdoc system, as well as we can support scientists in gaining local, bilateral, and international grants. We can work as coordinator or as partner. Let me introduce a few scientists from our institutes. These are very good examples of possible collaborations. For example, Professor Mirosław Mączka is specializing on new hybrid perovskite materials and is focused on functional properties of these excellent and interesting new materials. Professor Dariusz Kaczorowski is focused on emergent phenomena in strongly correlated electron systems, as well as is interested in topological materials. He is also a director of our institute. Professor Anna Gongor is a crystallographer, and she is interested in structural analysis of crystalline materials, as well as disordered materials. Me, myself, I am interested in new photon avalanching materials, as well as mechanisms. Also, I am interested in up-converting materials and its application for bioimaging, super-resolution imaging, and other biomedical and technology applications. If you are interested in more details, you can scan these QR codes. I encourage you to contact us in order to establish possible collaborations within Marie Sklodowska-Curie Fellowship. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Professor. Introducing some of the hosting offers that are offered by the Polish Academy of Sciences. Now we are going to continue with the University of Gdańsk.
Welcome to the University of Gdańsk, the largest university in northern Poland, located on the southern shores of the Baltic Sea. Gdańsk is a city with rich history spanning over 10 centuries. Cradle of solidarity, Gdańsk likes to be called the City of Freedom. The University of Gdańsk is a member of the European Network of the University of the Seas. Locally, we are part of the Fahrenheit Universities Federation, together with technical and medical schools in Gdańsk. We take pride in the current academic rankings, positioning us among the best universities in Poland. We are recognized globally for our record regarding the participation of women in scientific publications. We implemented the Gender Equality Plan and received HR Excellence in Research certificate from the European Commission for aligning our human resources policies with their standards. My name is Anna Mazukiewicz, and I represent the Faculty of History. I am ready to be your mentor. For those interested in archaeology, let me now introduce Dr. Łukasz Pospieszny, an alumnus of the Marie Sklodowska Fellowship program himself.
I would like to encourage you to come and work with me and my colleagues at the Institute of Archaeology. Our institute is located in the oldest medieval part of the city. It is a leading research center on the prehistory and early history of the southern Baltic Sea. This area is famous for very rich deposits of amber, the fossilized resin of ancient pine trees. Here at Gdańsk, you can have access to large museum collections of amber finds dating back to the Stone Age. Our staff members conduct fieldwork in northern Poland and also in other parts of Central Europe, as well as in Sweden, Greece, and the Middle East. The institute has its own conservation laboratory and other facilities available to all incoming researchers. Our staff members are principal investigators in a number of projects funded by the Polish National Science Center with a total budget of almost 1 million euros. We are also a leader of an EU-funded project implemented in collaboration with universities in Aarhus in Denmark and in Lund in Sweden, and with the museum on the Danish island of Bornholm. Currently, the Institute collaborates closely with the School of Chemistry at the University of Bristol in the UK. This allows us to conduct advanced scientific analysis of various archaeological samples. Our staff members are also consultants in large projects funded by the European Research Council. So you are very much welcome here at Gdańsk, and please do not hesitate to contact me if you have any questions. Let me now introduce you to Professor Marcin Marciniak from the Faculty of Mathematics, Physics and Informatics.
The faculty consists of 4 institutes. The research of mathematicians falls within the 5 mathematical disciplines: algebra, geometry, analysis, topology, and set theory. Of course, these disciplines are intertwined. Postdoc, specializing in knot theory, algebraic geometry, and algebraic topology would be particularly welcome. On our slide, the potential supervisors are visible. Our computer scientists specialize in combinatorics, graph theory, and more generally, combinatorial optimization theory. Recently, research focused on quantum cryptography and the complexity of quantum communication tasks. Physics is divided into 2 parts, experimental and theoretical. Experimentalists conduct, among other things, research into the creation and description of the properties of new materials. These include optoelectronic materials and hybrid nanomaterials. We have well-equipped labs. Theoretical physicists focus on the foundation of quantum mechanics and quantum information theory. These topics are researched in our department as well as in the International Center for Theory of Quantum Technology at our university. Besides, we work on applications of operator algebras and positive maps on them, as well as the theory of quantum open systems. When you decide to come to our faculty, you receive comprehensive administrative support and a very research-friendly atmosphere. We have various facilities which are sure to make your stay very enjoyable.
Thank you very much to the whole team of the University of Gdańsk to share all the different funding opportunities within the different research fields that they offer. So here, of course, you can see all the details about their contact information within each research area in case you would like to contact them and get in touch directly with the researchers and the group leaders. We are going to continue with the 3rd institution from Poland, which will be the Warsaw University of Life Sciences. And I'm going to give them the word in a second. There we go.
Hello, my name is Kübra Küçükgöz, and I'm a doctoral student at Warsaw University of Life Science Schools. I started my journey in here in 2020, and currently it is home to me. Please let me guide you around and present it. WULS is a large, modern life science university with long history. It was established in 1816, and currently it educates nearly 18,000 students in 38 different fields, and 8 of them conducted in English, from veterinary sciences to landscape architecture, economics through IT, and to dietetics and the tourism. And the campus is divided into 2 parts. The historical part, with an old mansion surrounded by a park you can see behind me, and the new SKGVU campus. It is one of the well-designed and equipped research centers in the country. And there is Viewpoint. It is a help desk for foreigners. You can also use support facilities, health facility, non-public kindergarten, library, pharmacy, canteens and shops, all based in the campus. As the university focuses on inclusive, supportive and attractive research environment, it also received HR Excellence Award in 2017. And also for manifesting the gender equality, it manifested the Gender Equality Plan in 2022. And also university believes in international cooperation by attending different kinds of research, training and education activities, networks and alliances. University also have the experience by hosting the Marie Curie Fellows with MSCA project. skill for action, growing forest carbon sequestration, and also smart carbon forestry under the climate change. PULS, as a life science university, implements the principles of the sustainable development, renewable energy sources, and restrictions on the plastic use, also restrictions on the energy consumption, printouts, and watering the lawns with using the rainwater. Please join us as Marie Curie Fellows. In a minute, you will see what you could do during your fellowship at WULS.
Hi, my name is Urszula Zaniczkowska. I would like to invite you to our plant movement laboratory, where we use time-lapse or high-speed cameras techniques for study various movement behaviors in plants. So you will be able to do a lot of studies, kinetic analysis, or just an observation for your further thinking about plants. For us, it will be wonderful to have you here, to share with you with our experience and the passion for plants. And now let me show you the most famous Polish roses, the Queen of Warsaw, just an observation.
Do you dream of groundbreaking research in food tech and nutrition sciences? Are you ready to undertake a challenge that could alter our understanding of microencapsulation within the food industry? If so, we have something for you. My name is Marcin Kurek and I work as Associate Professor in the Department of Technique and Food Development at Warsaw University of Life Sciences, and I can be your supervisor during the Marie Sklodowska-Curie Action postdoc program. I invite you to join our international team at the Institute of Human Nutrition Sciences for a 2-year postdoc fellowship. We are leading the charge in innovation, studying how the characteristics of material and the specifics of process parameters influence the design of microencapsulation systems. In this specific journey, you will immerse yourself in the complex world of material properties and their consequential effect on microcapsules used in food applications. By the fellowship's conclusion, you will have a thorough understanding of the relationships between material properties, process parameters, and microencapsulation performance. You will contribute to creating tailored systems for specific food applications, device optimization tools, and uncover innovative insights into the effect of microencapsulation on food products. You will be a driving force in promoting functional foods and improved food processing strategies. Working at our institute will expose you to a diverse team of researchers, allowing for exciting collaborations and expansive learning opportunities. If you are ready to contribute to the next big thing in food science and take your career to new heights, don't hesitate. Join the Institute of Human Nutrition Sciences within postdoc program today and be part of the food science revolution.
Thank you very much to the team of the Warsaw University of Life Sciences to introducing their hosting possibilities. It was professionally done. Thank you so much to all the speakers from Poland to giving us a glimpse of all the different opportunities that the universities, the research institutions offer for our researchers around the world. So with that, we are going to move to the fourth Polish institution, the fourth and last, not last but not least, which is the Łukasiewicz Research Network.
Welcome everybody, my name is Magdalena Gizowska and I represent the Łukasiewicz Institute of Ceramics and Building Materials. The institute constitutes of 4 centers in Kraków, Warsaw, Gliwice and Opole. The headquarters is in Kraków. The institute was established in Warsaw in 1951, so we have an over half-century tradition and experience in ceramic materials. We deal with almost all aspects concerning ceramics and building materials, which are biomaterials, advanced and utility ceramics, decorating agents, and concrete. The institute has well-developed research infrastructure. We have SEM, XRD, thermal analysis, hot isostatic press, bioprinter, and so on. What could be interesting for you is that in our institute, we can scale up the design technology, thanks to the experimental production department. We would like to invite you to a project concerning the development of aluminum nitride material. Aluminum nitride, like most of ceramics, is a hard material with high temperature resistance and electric resistivity. Its special character of this material is its high thermal conductivity and thermal shock resistance, which predestines its application in, for example, heat sinks. Aluminum nitride is usually fabricated by hot pressing method. It means that the elements are fabricated in simple shapes and afterwards the final shapes are carved out. We want to use other techniques which will lead to fabrication of shapes close to the final ones. This will reduce the material loss and production time. We want to use pressureless sintering and sintering under pressure of gases in a so-called hot isostatic press. The work plan is to synthesize the nitride powder and the design of the technological process for fabrication of the ceramic bodies together with its characterization. This is our recommendation, but we are also open to other ideas. To inspire you, I will present few projects currently carried out at our institute. The biomaterials team has 2 projects concerning the fabrication of materials for bone tissue regeneration with some special properties. Advanced Ceramics research group is dealing with high-performance ceramics for aviation application. The Ceramics research group designs fireproof paints for wood surfaces. And here this project is a serious stuff, because in cooperation with KGHM, which is the major global producer of copper and silver, our institute is developing a technology for processing carbonates into construction materials. The carbonates used here are the waste material in the mining industry. We have other ideas for waste recycling from metallurgical industry, which is in line with the Green Charter. There are also small internal projects. With their help, we are preparing for externally financed grants and technology implementations. We are ready to help you also with the dissemination of your work results. Our institute organizes conferences both for academic workers and industry. To sum up, it is worth joining us because we have many recognized specialists and a well-developed research infrastructure. We cooperate with the industry, so you will have the opportunity to establish contact with industry representatives. We organize seminars and conferences where you can present your work. It is difficult to manage a project, but you can count on our project management department, which offers support. We already have the gender equality plan. And last but not least, we work as a team. I work in a special ceramics area, but it is not a problem to get support from other teams. So, hope to see you soon. And if you are interested in our offer, feel free to send me an email. Thank you.
Dear Magdalena, thank you so much for presenting the Institute of Ceramics and Building Materials in Poland. And now, yes, we have concluded the Polish institutes, the Polish offers that expressed their interest in sharing their opportunities with you today. So thank you to all the presenters, to the institutions. We are going to move on to our next country, which is Luxembourg. And I would like to invite to present our Megan, the Luxembourg Institute of Health. Let me share my screen and you are going to be good to go.
Perfect. Thank you very much for inviting me. So my name is Megan Pizzimenti, and I will present to you the team and the Matter project, which is about monitoring mental health in breast cancer. Next slide, please. So Luxembourg is a really small country. It's stuck between France, Belgium, and Germany. We are the only public biomedical translational research organization here at LIH, and we're really aiming to improve the healthcare of European citizens. We have 3 different research departments, and I will present to you the Precision Health Department. So the Department of Precision Health is really a wide range of different expertise, and we really aim at tackling the major causes of morbidity and mortality and improving the quality of life and public health. Next slide, please. A bit more about this department. We have 11 research units, and that are really based on real-world evidence, epidemiology, and public health and prevention. And we are focusing on a wide range of diseases, really focusing on the use of digital technologies to develop digital biomarkers and digital health endpoints. Next slide, please. So here I am, but I'm representing, of course, a more wide team. We are working on vocal biomarkers, and we really have a lot of complementary expertise, AI experts, machine learning experts, communication experts, business development experts. Next slide, please. Next slide. Yeah, so we have different works, and I will present to you the 3 different branches. The first one is the methodological framework and pipeline, and we're really aiming to discover and validate vocal biomarkers. Second slide, the middle part of the slide is what we achieved. So we are using vocal biomarkers to monitor symptoms in patients with COVID-19. So monitor the loss of smell and taste, and also to predict fatigue. And the last one is we have used voice and a cough-based screening tool for COVID-19. Next slide, please. Our philosophy is really to start all the way from data collection, so with the voice recording, to go to data processing, data analysis, all the way to the use of vocal biomarkers for clinical practice. Next slide, please. So the Matter project, the main suggested aim would be to improve the detection and monitoring of mental health in women with breast cancer using vocal biomarkers. I have written down a few objectives, but of course, these are open for modification, and we will follow the co-design principle with the selected candidates. Talking about the candidates, what are we looking for? We're looking for someone which has skills in one of the following fields: either health data science, AI, biostatistics, audio signal processing, or epidemiology. Next slide, please. One important thing to notice is that we already have the resources, and it is based on the CoLive Voice project. It is a worldwide multilingual screening platform for vocal biomarkers, and we have annotated clinical data and health data, and we're really focusing on different diseases. So one thing to notice, we already have the data, and it's only needing to be analyzed. Next slide, please. So that was all for me. You can find more about us at lih.lu, and otherwise you have my contact details here. Thank you very much for inviting me.
Thank you very much, Megan, for representing Luxembourg here today. We are very thankful for having you on board and listening to all the different opportunities that the Luxembourg Institute of Health has to offer. So also, again, an invitation to all our participants, to the researchers that would like to ask specific questions to Megan. Please feel free to do that while we move on. So we are going to travel to another country, which is Austria. And we will start with the Technical University of Graz. We should have with us Julie Rose.
Hello, yes.
Perfect.
Yeah, can you please enable content for this? Oh, okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. No, I just want to enable. If you want to ask if you click the enable content, yeah, because there's a video attached to this presentation. Okay, so okay, yeah, thank you very much. So I'm Julie Rose Curies, and I'm representing the Graz University of Technology. So next slide, please. Yeah, so I would just like to give a quick overview about the research and technology at TU Graz. So just a short video on the perspective of a researcher in TU Graz.
As a child, I loved adventure. I loved to explore virtual worlds. And at the time, I didn't know that one day I would create such worlds myself. My name is Joanna Pierker, and I'm a computer scientist focusing on research and education in game development. I studied software engineering at TU Graz, and this opened up new opportunities for me. I wrote my master thesis during my time at MIT in Boston. Then I came back to Graz, Austria's second city, and to TU Graz, a university with a great international reputation in technology and natural sciences, and a hub for successful cooperation with science and industry. I've worked on many projects that took me further, connected me with fantastic people, and projects that opened up new perspectives. I'm an assistant professor and teach students from all over the world, focusing on research and teaching that extends beyond my own department, and carry out interdisciplinary work with colleagues from various fields of expertise. Smart production, electronics and sensor technology, e-mobility, BCI, AI, drones and robotics, digital building, cybersecurity, to name just a few. Areas that enable us to follow new paths together and to address key social issues and challenges of the future. So many colleagues who inspire me, give me thought-provoking inputs, and enable me to come up with new ideas and concepts. Because my job takes me all around the world. I love this mix of urban living and laid-back atmosphere in Graz. And being part of it is just great.
What's your story?
Okay, thank you. So next slide, please. Yeah, so as the name suggests, we are the Graz University of Technology. So our faculties are focused on technical sciences. So we have architecture, civil engineering, mechanical engineering, and economic sciences, electrical and information engineering, mathematics, physics and geodesy, technical chemistry, chemical and process engineering, biotechnology, and computer science and biomedical engineering. So we are open to all hosting opportunities for these 7 faculties. Next slide, please. The research landscape at TU Graz is actually, we are in the leading position in Austrian competence centers, and we have several EU-funded projects and several ERC grants and 15 Christian Doppler laboratories and research centers and clusters in the field of hydrogen research, machine learning, sustainable construction, and railway systems. Next slide, please. Yes, the fields of expertise that we mentioned is that these are kinds of specialization where we focus on excellent focus research, interdisciplinarity, intensive collaboration, strategic partnership with national and international scientific organizations, and participation in scientific competence centers and research networks. Next slide, please. So the 5 fields of expertise in TU grads are advanced material sciences. Next slide, please. Sustainable systems, mobility and production, human and biotechnology, and information and communication technology. So the idea of the fields of sciences is to enable interdisciplinarity in research. So here, I would like to introduce you the TU Grads Research Portal. In case you are looking for a supervisor, this portal is a great tool because you can type in the keyword of your research field in the search box, and it will give you a result of persons or researchers in TU Grads who are working on this specific field. And also it can will also result in some conference papers, papers and articles, journal articles that were also written in this specific field, and also projects that are currently being done in this field. Next slide, please. I'd like to also mention that TU Grads is a welcome center, which is a service and guidance for international guest researchers. So it will answer all your questions regarding anything about visa, permits, housing, etc. Next slide, please. And lastly, I would also like to mention that TU Grads has a research and technology house. This is the department where I came from, where I'm currently working, and we offer project support in pre-award phase. So this means we give funding advice and support in submitting grant applications. So specifically for proposal writing specific chapters, and project cost calculations. And if the project is awarded, we would also provide project management support. Yeah, so your contact at TU Grads for Marie Sklodowska-Curie Action Postdoctoral Fellowship projects would be me, Julie Rose Curies, and you can email me in the contact below. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Julie Rose, for starting the Austrian chapter of today and also introducing the Technical University of Graz. We are going to continue with our second presentation from Austria. It is going to be the Montan-Universität Leoben.
A big hello from Montan-Universität Leoben in Styria, Austria. My name is Johanna Irgeer, and it is my pleasure to present my institution to all of you today. I've graduated from a university in Austria and spent quite some time also abroad at different institutions, and then joined Montan-Universität Leoben in 2019. Today I'm assistant professor in analytical chemistry and also adjunct professor at the University of Calgary. So my research is focusing on chemistry, but I'm also engaged into teaching and lecturing. I'm very enthusiastic with third mission initiatives, and I love to network on national and international level. This is also why I love to engage with incoming students, and I really encourage students to make international experiences and to go abroad. Having a look at the map, Austria, located in the heart of Europe, is a quite small country. And Leoben and the university are located in the heart of the county Styria, which is seen here with the red spot in the middle of Austria. The city of Leoben has roughly 30,000 inhabitants, and a large aliquot of that are people related to the university, either staff or students. The university was founded in 1840 as Styrian Corporate School of Mining, with the intention to be the center of expertise in mining and metallurgy from the Alpine region. So there was a center of that expertise in Europe located in Leoben. We have quite a large campus to explore. Most of the buildings are spread over the entire city, and we today have roughly 3,500 students from over 80 nations. We have a very high rate for students for on-campus employment, so many students work already during their studies at different institutes. And what is very specific for Leoben is that we have a great rate of supervision. So there is a ratio of 8:1 students to lecturers. Of course, there is also a lot of activities aside the actual science and aside the actual studies, including different sports courses and initiatives. So as Leoben is located in the middle of the mountains, especially for outdoorsy people, there is a lot to do. Montanuniversität Leoben stands for excellent science, outstanding education, and absolute excellence in research and teaching. We have 3 areas of competence for the future. These are advanced resources, sustainable processing, and smart materials. Today, our society is facing major challenges such as resource scarcity, climate, energy, and the environment, and we need to face these challenges with technical and scientific methods. This is where Montanuniversität Leoben comes into play. So our actions are aligned with 5 core values, which are energy efficiency, climate neutrality, sustainability, zero waste, and circular design. Our university is linked very well into an international network, and this of course also is based on EC funding. So we have quite a large number of EU projects in different programs, more than 50 EU projects in the FP7 and Horizon 2020 program, 15 ongoing projects in Horizon Europe, and of course many scholarships and ERC grants that are going on, both as project partners and project coordinators. So of course, international people, incoming people are always welcome to approach us if there is project ideas, if there is the intention to join Montanuniversität Leoben and work with us for a better future. So I hope you became curious about Montanuniversität Leoben and the research and the possibilities for incoming options to getting to Leoben for research and studying. You're more than welcome to visit our webpage, to visit our social media platforms, or to go into direct contact, either with the researchers and the institutes that you're interested to do your research at, or with our contact person at Montanuniversität Leoben, Ina Maria Wegscheider. With that, I'm looking forward to welcoming you in Leoben. Take care.
Thank you so much, Johanna, for introducing the Montanuniversität Leoben opportunities, and that you are also open to welcome researchers from around the world to do a Marie Sklodowska-Curie Postdoctoral Fellowship with a supervisor from your institution. So thank you again. You're here with us, of course, so I would like to encourage anyone who has any specific questions to Johanna, please address them in the Q&A. We are going to continue with Austria, and we will learn more about the Paris-Ladron University of Salzburg, which will be introduced by John, who is also here, of course, with us today. So please feel free to send him a quick message in case this is of your interest.
G'day, everybody. My name is John Dunlop. I'm a biophysicist. I'm an Australian working in Austria here in Salzburg, and my job today is to introduce you to the possibility of doing your Marie Curie Sklodowska Fellowship here in Salzburg. So why Salzburg? Salzburg is a cultural centre in Europe, so it's big enough that there's lots of things going on, and yet small enough with only 150,000 inhabitants that we have a very high quality of life. As you can see from the image here, it's very quick to get into the mountains, to go hiking, skiing, into the lakes, etc. So it's one of the most beautiful cultural cities in Europe and a great place to live. University itself, it's very central in Europe, and we'll come back to that. And we have a very interdisciplinary working environment, state-of-the-art research facilities, experience in EU projects, and one advantage working in Austria is that you get slightly higher salaries than you would in other countries. The university itself is founded in 1622. So it's a long history. There was a break in between, and when it was refounded, it has since grown to almost 20,000 students, 3,000 employees, with a broad range of research subjects ranging from theology to law, business, science or natural sciences, and analytical sciences, as well as social sciences. To give you an idea about the sorts of research projects, we've chosen a short selection here, fairly randomly, about areas that we're Salzburg good at, but please look further to find things that are closer to your own interests. So in biosciences, for example, there is a strong research direction in the interactions between the immune system and cancer. And with that, there are all the associated facilities required to deal with animal models, organoid experiments, as well as links to local clinics. There, as a bridge, data sciences becomes an important aspect. So machine learning and bioinformatics, it links to our new faculty of data and analytical sciences. And in particular, I want to highlight the Intelligent Data Analytics Lab in Salzburg, which has for its aim to build bridges between disciplines and out into the world of Salzburg and beyond. From the business side of things, we cover most topics, and one key aspect is to implement a sustainable research approach, which will be applied through organizations out into the society. From a social sciences perspective, one highlight is the Salzburg Center of European Union Studies, and it's the only Austrian interdisciplinary center in this field. Your application is actually more than just a simple research project, because you're going to get proactive support from our research department and from the host during your application and, of course, during the project. You have access to these state-of-the-art research facilities. There's a welcome center which will help you with things like accommodation. We have support for working families, and there are free German courses so that you can also learn the local language. We're embedded very strongly in Europe, and we are a part of the CIVUS, European Civic University Alliance, with a large number of universities spread around Europe, with funding for exchanges for transnational and interdisciplinary research projects. And you can take advantage of this as a Marie Sklodowska-Curie Fellow. So perhaps with this, if you wish to join us, I suggest you email your abstract or an outline of the research topic that you wish to do and an academic CV to our research department at this email address, and we will connect you with a potential host. An alternative, of course, is to find a host yourself by exploring the names of researchers and research topics that are done at Salzburg and contact them directly, potentially also with this email address in copy, and then we can assist you with your application. I really hope to see you in Salzburg. I wish you all the very best with your application and the preparation, and thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, John, for introducing and explaining a bit about the opportunities that the university offers. And of course, you are very right when it comes to Salzburg, not only because of the mountains and the possibility of skiing, but also the quality of life is amazing. So, and as I mentioned, you're here with us today. So everyone who's listening, feel free to message John for a couple more minutes. We are going to continue with the fourth institution, the Austrian Center of Industrial Biotechnology, which will be introduced to us by Martin.
and welcome to the Austrian Center of Industrial Biotechnology, which might be the best host for your Marie Sklodowska-Curie Postdoctoral Fellowship. My name is Martin Trinka. I'm Director Business Development of ACIP, and I will guide you to this short presentation today. Okay, the ACIP identity. We really try to bridge the gap between excellent academic research and industrial implementation. So our goal is to take visionary new breakthrough ideas and to help them along to have a new product, a new process or a new service at the end. But we also want to include the general public. We have podcasts, blog articles, we are active in social media and do everything we can to allow that the science of our researchers is actually being heard, being understood by the general public. ACIP, the Austrian Center of Industrial Biotechnology, has a lot of experience. Taking all of our predecessors together, we have more than 30 years of experience already, and at the moment we have 207 employees which are working on different sites in Austria. Austria is a wonderful country in the heart of Europe, and we have 4 locations which are distributed almost evenly among Austria. Our headquarters is in Graz. Graz is the second largest city of Austria. It was the cultural capital of Europe once, and it's a very, very nice town. So with 300,000 inhabitants, it's not too big, it's not too small. It has a lot it can offer. It's a great work place. But you can also choose Innsbruck actually. Innsbruck is great if you want to go hiking and mountaineering, and of course skiing and snowboarding in winter. We have also the picturesque town of Tulln, which is a kind of small town at the Danube River. It's very nice working there, and we also can offer Vienna, the capital of Austria, almost 2 million inhabitants and one of the most famous cities in Europe. It really depends on which project you are aiming for, because it might not be that we have a working group for exactly your expertise in all of those 4 locations, but please just let me know which expertise you're looking for and which working group you would like to join, and let's see. Okay, ACIP is very experienced in EU projects. We host and we coordinate EU projects, and we have also experience in Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, namely in international training networks, but also in doctoral networks and NIGHT, the researchers NIGHT, where we really want to promote our science towards the general public. So, of course, implementing research results is fine, but we also want our researchers to be able to generate high impact publications. And we're very proud that a lot of them have been able to do so. And we would very much like you to be one of the next. ACIP has at the moment more than 100 industry partners we are working with. A lot of our ACIP employees actually leave to work for the industry later on. Some leave for an academic environment, for professorship, and some stay with us, build their own research group and continue to work with ACIP. Here are just some examples of our industry partners, because we cannot name all of them. So, our areas of expertise, there are 8 to give you a better idea of what you could do at ACIP. Biocatalysis is one of our strong suits, so that is the chemoenzymatic synthesis of fine chemicals, pharma intermediates or APIs. Microbial technology, where we use all kinds of microorganisms, from bacteria, yeast to fungi, to produce metabolites like citric acid, itaconic acid, or to produce proteins, enzymes, whatever possible. Enzyme technology is the next step. The application of enzymes, the immobilization of enzymes, the improvement of enzymes and reaction engineering. The next step is protein engineering, be it antibodies or enzymes. Whatever protein, we can try to increase the solubility, the activity, the affinity, the stability, and so on. So, cell line development. We work a lot with CHO cells, but also human cell lines. And here a lot with the biopharma area. Bioinformatics simulations are of course important, because to make use of all the data that we generate. Bioprocess technologies, like the development of continuous purification processes for antibodies and environmental biotechnology, enzymes that degrade plastics, and more. So just take a look. I would be happy to receive your applications, and if there are any questions, please just ask.
Thank you very much, Martin, for sharing this presentation about the Austrian Center of Industrial Biotechnology. We are going to continue with the last presentation from Austria, which will be presenting and introducing the different hosting offers by the University of Vienna. It will be presented by Monica Garcia Puerto. I believe she's here with us.
Hi, Victoria.
Can you hear us, Monica?
Can you hear me, Victoria? Hi,
yes?
Sorry. Monica's presenting tomorrow.
Okay, perfect. So it is Alena, correct?
Yes. Yes, thank you.
Perfect. So I am going to give you the floor. Please go ahead.
Thanks so much. As I mentioned, my name is Elena Morrison. I work in the Research Services and Career Development Department at the University of Vienna. And I'd just like to give you a brief overview of our Marie Sklodowska-Curie Postdoctoral Fellowship Support Scheme and what we offer people who are interested in applying with us. So next slide, please. The University of Vienna is over 650 years old, and it's the oldest in the German-speaking world. We have about 90,000 students and 8,500 academics, as well as offering 184 degree programs. And on the next slide, you get a brief overview of the different faculties and centers, fields of research that are included in our organization. I won't go through them all, but you can find more information on our website if you're interested. So then next slide, please. So we have two schemes for applying for a fellowship with us. What we call the regular scheme is when the applicant and the supervisor agree to work on a proposal together. So there's no deadlines for these types of submissions. If you find a supervisor who's willing to work with you, you can start working on the proposal at any time. We generally suggest earlier than the 13th of September deadline, but sometimes that doesn't happen. The second method of applying is through our expression of interest program. So we run this to reach out to potential applicants from all over the world. We have a dedicated website, which you can find on the last slide of the presentation, where we'll have a list of supervisors who are interested in hosting Marie Curie Fellows. And you can look over the supervisors and find one who matches your research interest and submit an application to the EOI. So the application consists of a CV and a short research description of your research project. Unfortunately, the EOI deadline for this year has passed, but we will be running it again in 2024. So you can look for it. Usually we start around February, listing all the different supervisors. Okay, next slide, please. So some of the reasons you should apply with us, it's a very tough competition with the Austrian institutes today. Everyone has great advantages for the different cities in Austria. To promote Vienna a little bit, we are consistently ranked one of the best cities to live in the world. We've topped the quality of life rankings for the 10 past years. The joys of working at home. The university itself also ranks 11th among the most international universities and is a top-ranked Austrian university in the world in the 2022 World University Rankings. We are Austria's largest research and educational institution with state-of-the-art facilities and extensive research infrastructure. As well, our success rate specifically for Marie Curie postdoctoral fellowship applications is higher than the EU average. So for last year's call, it was almost 28%. And for 2 years ago, it was 23%. Sorry, 1 second. Everyone comes home at the same time. Sorry, so it's about 10% higher than the EU average. Additionally, our department offers extensive support for applicants. So as I mentioned, the EOI process, we facilitate that. We also provide guidance documents to help prepare your proposal and organize workshop and training events. We provide specialized feedback, individualized feedback and support if you have any questions during the preparation of your proposal. We also offer a detailed proposal check where we read through the entire proposal and provide our feedback and suggestions and comments. Additionally, if your proposal is successful, we support you through the signing of the grant agreement process. Next slide, please. Thank you. One additional advantage of applying with the university is the extra funding for a third year. So this was an initiative started in 2020, and it's been offered ever since then. So we hope it will continue. So for the top 10 ranked applicants, these are based on their rankings given by the European Commission, an additional third year of salary is funded. So this will allow the fellow and the supervisor to carry out additional research, publication, training, or grant writing. Next slide, please. Thank you. So if you have any questions, feel free to contact us at our Marie Curie email address, as well the link to our university, as well, and the special our Marie Curie website are all listed there. Thank you. And excuse the interruptions.
No problem at all. We all know that it happens. And thank you so much, Alena, for introducing all the different opportunities and also the extra support that you offer to the potential applicants to the Marie Sklodowska-Curie Postdoctoral Fellowships. And as you mentioned, the ones for this year are closed, but do not hesitate to get in touch with them already now, because as you know, the Postdoctoral Fellowships are is an annual call. And we are going to have another one for 2024. And normally they open at the same time around mid-April and they close mid-September. So if you're not able to do it this year, you can be sure that next year will be also open and you will be more than welcome to apply. So with that, we finished the introduction of some of the research institutions, universities that Austria offers. And as I mentioned, this is not an exhaustive list. There are other universities, research labs that do offer opportunities for you that you could perhaps search on the EURAXESS Jobs and Funding portal. So thank you to all my colleagues from Austria for being here today and talking about the hosting offers. We are going to continue with our next country, which is Croatia. The first presentation will be by Marina Ivasic about the Faculty of Informatics and Digital Technologies of the University of Rijeka.
Hello. Yes,
Hello.
I'm ready. I'm here.
You're here. Wonderful. Thank you. I will give you the floor right away. Please go ahead.
Okay, thank you. So my name is, as you introduced me, Marina Ivasic. I'm the Dean of the Faculty of Informatics and Digital Technology from University of Rijeka. We are apart from youth universities, which means young universities. So we are also one of the very young part of this university. Here is the building situated above or very near the center of the city of Rijeka. So here are our offices and a nice building to stay and to work in. Next slide, please. In our faculty, we have 7 chairs and 5 labs. The title of the labs are Information System Development, Application of IT in Education, Data Engineering and Computational Linguistics, Pattern Recognition and Soft Computing, and Laboratory for Semantic Technologies. And later on, I will in more detail explain you the field dealing with the last 2 labs or pattern recognition and semantic technologies. Next slide, please. We are working in 2 scientific fields, which is information and computer science and communication sciences and computer science. We are about 30 professors and assistants in the faculty. So we are, well, not very big one, but we are young and we work in the different research fields related to artificial intelligence, computer vision, and natural language processing, among others. Next slide, please. So those are our research fields. As I mentioned, some of them are computer vision, NLP, doing with computer networks, application of IT solution for industry, and big data and analytics. Yes, next slide, please. We are dealing and we are working in different projects. Some of them are funded by Horizon, Coast, Interreg. Some are funded by our university and also by Hrvatska zaklada za znanost, which is the funding agency in Croatia. And now I will present you in brief some of the field within our labs. So please, next slide. One of the laboratory is a lab for pattern recognition and soft computing. So yes, you can proceed to the next slide, please. The idea of this lab is, well, the research field is computer vision, and what we are doing in brief is the goal is to develop methods and algorithm solution for computer vision tasks, which is something like image classification, detection, tracking, recognition of actions and behavior, understanding of scene and image interpretation. And basically, we are mostly using deep networks and deep learning. Yes, you can proceed, please. Currently, we are working on 3 projects. One is related with sports. Here we have our recognition of actions and activities in multimedia context related to sports, mostly handball and swimming. On the other project, we are working with surveillance, analyzing videos captured by drones or with thermal cameras. And the idea is to detect persons mostly in search and rescue operations to help them find in the as short as possible time. And recently, one project we are involved in is a Horizon project. We are working on autonomous shipping technology. The idea is to detect the objects in the sea and also to recognize the sea state from the images captured on the board of the ship. Next slide, please. Here are group members and associate. Most of the members are from different institutions and they are industry members. Also, we have some external collaborators who are working tightly in the field of artificial intelligence and computer vision, and my colleagues from our faculty, Professor Pobar and my assistant Kristina Host. And also, yes, we want to to work also with other students and on this our tasks. And for other lab, it is a laboratory for semantic technology. Next slide, please. It's a lab dealing with NLP and complex networks. They are working on different projects. One of them is a Horizon project dealing with measuring the social dimensions of culture. They are using NLP to understand the documents and to classify them automatically. And also they are just finished the project dealing with COVID and information spreading and characteristic of social media during the COVID-19 crisis. So here are some their project listed. About the team, it's on the next slide. There are, well, a team mostly from people from our faculty and our lab, but also they have external collaborators from different fields, even from Slovenia and Italy, working with them on that project, and also are willing to collaborate more with students from Marie Curie. Next slide, please. And yes, that will be all. We have office to help the students. We are just the faculty, but there is an office that can help the students to enroll in and give all the information regarding the Marie Curie and all the data, how to participate in case if they are interested to work with us at the faculty.
Thank you very much, Marina, for sharing all this information. And we are happy that you could be here today. I was wondering whether we have Anita Galir here with us.
Yes, I'm here.
Yes? Okay, wonderful. Because yes, we have the presentation ready. So I would like to ask you to briefly present the Department of Biology of the Josip Juraj Strossmayer University of Osijek.
Thank you very much.
The floor is yours.
Thank you. Hello, everyone. My name is Anita Galir-Balkic, and I'm the Deputy Head of Research at the Department of Biology, Josip Juraj Strossmayer University of Osijek in Croatia. Next slide, please. Where we are, I am sure everybody knows where Croatia is. However, a lot of people associate it with tourism and the beautiful Adriatic coast. However, we are a university that is placed in the continental part of Croatia at its eastern boundaries. Although we are at the continent, this is a place with exquisite cuisine, great wines, and also very friendly people. Next slide, please. The city of Osijek is the fourth largest city in Croatia with more than 80,000 people living here. And we like to call it University City because with 17,000 students that we currently have here, almost every fifth resident in Osijek is a student. The Department of Biology is located at the university campus in the heart of the city where a lot of the scientific work is being done. Next slide, please. About us, we are a young department. We are a young department with 35 employees who are working in science. From young researchers to senior researchers, we are all striving to be excellent in science, and we are trying to publish papers in top-ranked journals. We are divided into several sub-departments: water ecology, quantitative ecology, the biochemistry and molecular biology, as well as zoology. Although we are divided, we are participating in similar projects and are working together on a daily basis. Next slide. So what are some of the important research areas in our department? By the beginning of the last year, we have defined what are going to be our next specific research areas, and these would be the studies of freshwater biotic communities as well as terrestrial ecosystem research, where we are dealing with various groups of organisms from phytoplankton, algae, zooplankton, different invertebrates, plants, and also different groups of vertebrates. Also, we are working with microorganisms as well as pathogenic organisms. One team is working with ecotoxicological research and the application and development of advanced computational tools. We are also working with the synthesis and testing of the properties of heterocyclic compounds. And one group that is especially related to the medical science is studying the nervous system in the development of different metabolic disorders. Since we are not just scientists, we are also teachers. We have a research group that is dealing with the professional development of different teaching skills. Next slide, please. Of course, all of these scientific subjects are implemented into our projects. Currently, we are working in 14 different scientific projects as leaders or as partners with our local or international partners. Due to the time limit, I do not have the time to present them all. However, I wanted to show you some of the natural beauties of Croatia that we have the privilege to work in and study there. On your left side, you can see Kopački Rit Nature Park that is internationally famous as an European inland delta that is formed at the confluence of the Danube and the Drava River. And on your right side, you can see national parks, Krka and also Brijuni. Next slide, please. So if you would like to study some of these beautiful habitats with us or have found an interesting topic in our research that you would like to participate in and collaborate with us, you are most welcome in Croatia and most welcome in Osijek. Next slide, please. In case you have any further questions, you can visit our website. There you can find details about specific projects, our research groups, and also our latest publications for any details, of course. I am open to any questions. You can contact me via this data. Thank you very much and have a nice day.
Thank you very much to both of you, Marina and Anita, for joining us from Croatia. And as you mentioned, that Croatia normally in our minds is really a country that is known by its beaches, by the vacations, but of course we cannot forget that it also offers very nice research facilities and obviously what is the purpose of today, it offers hosting offers to our researchers around the globe that would like to apply with a supervisor from Croatia to the Marie Sklodowska-Curie Postdoctoral Fellowships. So thank you again. And we are going to travel now to the Netherlands, a bit back to the west coast of Europe. And we are going to start with the University of Twente. I should have here with us Maria Luisa.
Yes, thank you.
Wonderful. Welcome. And the floor is yours.
Thank you so much. My name indeed is Maria Luisa Carosso, and today I will introduce you to the University of Twente as host institution for your postdoctoral fellowship proposal. Next slide, please. During this presentation, I will walk you through some of the features of the university which would be relevant for the preparation of a proposal as well. Next slide, please. Starting from the introduction, as you will see from next slide, our motto is high-tech human touch. So as a technical university, we stand for a combination of technical and social sciences to achieve impactful research results. On one hand, so cross-disciplinarity is a core in our way of working. On the other, we have a sharp eye also on the valorization of research results. Next slide, please. Scientific staff, students, support staff are all based on our campus. And this proximity allows, on one hand, for cross-fertilization, engineering approach with social challenges always in mind. On the other, on the possibility to build for yourself a highly personal education program. Next slide, please. Our history. So there is a slide set of some slides. You can really go through them. I will show you from 1961, which is when the university was open, all the major milestones in our history up to most recent developments. Yes, from the next slide on, we will focus on two main components really relevant for your research proposal. On one hand, research. So the University of Twente is the Europe's most entrepreneurial university, is located, as you will see in the next slide, at the gateway of Europe, allowing you really, next slide please, to connect all across and have a great opportunity for networking, for strengthening your connections and your cooperation possibilities. Next slide, please. There are 5 research teams that the University of Twente stands for, those that you really see now in front of you. If any of those resonates together with our motto, that means likely the University of Twente is the place where you want to be. Next slide, please. Our research and education are organized across 5 main faculties, shown in the next slide. And that's where you would be based together with your supervisor. From one of the faculties you will be opting for, depending on the field of your proposal. Next to the faculties, and in the next slides, you will see 3 main interfaculty research institutes that are connected to the 5 research teams. So in the next slide, you see TechMed Center for Applied Research in Technology in Healthcare. Next slide, for the Mesoplast Institute on Nanotechnology and Smart Materials Research. And next slide, please. The DSI Institute for Digitalization of Global Services and Engineering for Resilient Society. Next slide, please. And international mindset. So really welcoming, we're really open all over to the world. Now, next slide. The next chapter of this presentation is focused on the education, so the other component of a postdoctoral fellowship application. Next slide, please. You can count on a very rich offer from the University of Twente to fill in those gaps and boosting your career for the next step. Next slide, please. There are grand challenges that we address also through our training. Top facilities you can count on. Next slide will show you those facilities and a rich education program. Many slides are included here just to have some inspiration. You can move towards the next chapter, which is the fact and figures. So this is just to inspire you on the many offers you can count on for your training program as well and career development as well. Yeah, so fact and figures. In the next slide, you will see a little bit about our community. Next to the organization chart, the number of students, number of professionals at the university. Next. The funding also awarded at the University of Twente. Next slide for the ranking. Based on one hand on the scientific output of ours, on the other on the offer of the campus. Next slide. And on the education offered by the University of Twente. In the next slide, you will then see the community of our alumni, very populated and spread all over the world. Next slide is a final remark about the valorization of research results, being a technical university really with an eye on the societal challenges as well. It's very easy at our premises to connect with the industrial sector. In the next slide, you will see some examples of spin-offs built at the University of Twente, and in the final slide, open innovation centers that facilitate this connection with the industrial sector. This is as much as I wanted to share with you, and I'm looking forward to receiving your emails and questions for the next steps.
Thank you so much, Maria Luisa, for sharing all this information. I don't remember if there was a contact detail at the beginning on your first slides. So our listeners, the researchers can contact you, or if you didn't include it into the presentation, then please share it maybe in the chat. Where they can contact you, where they can send their questions, or of course their interests in working with a supervisor from the university. So now we are going to move to the second institution from the Netherlands, which is the DSM Firmenich, presented by Mr. Philip.
Yes, hello,
Philip,
thank you
are
very
here
much.
with us?
Yes, I'm here. Yes, you can hear me.
Wonderful. Thank you so much for being here with us. And I am giving you the floor. Please go ahead.
Yeah, so I only have a few slides. So yes, you say we're from Holland, but of course DSM Firmenich is a global company. And I'm working in the Netherlands in a research center. I'll come back to that later. And we have also some proposal for the postdoc fellowships. So if we can go to the next slide, maybe just on DSM Firmenich. We have 4 complementary business units, and we have one common purpose. I think we want to address the latest consumer needs and wants, and help our customers realize their ambitions, bring progress to life. So we have a perfumery and beauty department that is really looking at coming with superior scents. Then we have the taste, texture, and health department, where we're really partnering with all kind of food and beverage industry partners to really improve the quality and the health and the texture of foods. There's a health and nutrition and care department and an animal nutrition and health department. Personally, the proposals are all in the taste, texture, and health arena. DSM is not an end producer of any food products, but we make many ingredients that go into food products, like enzymes, cultures, hydrocolloids, savory ingredients, etc. So if we can go to the next slide. The postdoc or the fellowship will take place at the Center for Food Innovation. This is located in Delft on the biotech campus. We are within the Center for Food Innovation with about 110 passionate colleagues who are all investigating how to improve foods. But on the biotech campus in Delft, there are other departments of DSM as well, DSM Firmenich. So in total, I think there's more than 300 to 500 people located here. And we are indeed trying to tackle some of society's biggest challenges. So if you go to the next slide on those, I have listed a few potential projects, and please, as I have very limited time, I can't go into any detail on any of them, but please reach out and we can have a contact if any of those sound interesting. So as DSM, we're also producing texturized vegetable proteins and high moisture extrudates. We have our own pilot line extruder, and on topic number 1 is that we are building an extrusion model of what exactly is happening in that extruder in terms of heat transfer, in terms of rheology, in terms of shear rates, and that could be a first potential topic. The second one is we are developing solutions for vegan cheese. And if you look at current vegan cheese, commercial ones, they contain little to no protein. And in the end, I think the holy grail a little bit is that we could mimic real dairy cheeses, which have about 20% protein. We have ongoing work on that. And a second topic could be working on developing such a protein matrix. And then as third topic, of course, we as DSM Firmenich have a lot of enzymes and proteases, etc., that are used for all kinds of applications. We are trying to expand our range of these proteases and enzymes in order to functionalize proteins. And you can, for instance, make them more emulsifying, improve the heat setting, etc. As fourth topic, as we are indeed selling quite a bit of ingredients like flavor, nutrition, etc., they many times have to go into a certain matrix. And when they're exposed to oxygen or whatever, they might degrade. So encapsulation many times is required. And we are also trying to do that by natural components. For instance, yeast cell walls, proteins, and this is a fourth topic. As a biotech company, Of course, we are also still looking at how can we improve our biotechnology. And number 5 is setting up a versatile genetic toolbox to look at speed up the development for enzyme productions. Number 6 is still as a biotech company, we want to understand what is happening in our reactors. And there it's really computational fluid design, assisted bioreactor design, looking at how you can go to single cell protein production from all kind of new carbon and oxygen sources. And then finally, we want to develop insights into the molecular interaction of proteins produced by persistent fermentation, because in the end you want to safeguard protein functionality and optimize the process productivity. So again, a nice biotech opportunity for a fellowship. So if on any of those you have any questions or remarks, please. And on the next slide, here are my contact details. I can't answer all the details on all of them, but I can always forward you to the relevant person. We've had fellowships before. They've been big successes both for us and for the fellow. So we are really hoping that somebody from you would come to this very, I think, internationally minded and nice atmosphere that we have on the biocampus in Delft. Thank you very much, and hope to talk to you later.
Thank you so much, Philip, for your presentation. I have not heard of the company before, so for me as well, it was something new. So I really appreciate you being here with us, and I'm sure that you brought a lot of interest to our researchers. Well, we will of course have you also tomorrow, and you will address the other side of the world. So I would like to thank both Maria Luisa and Philip for representing the Netherlands here today. And again, if you can stay a couple more minutes, in case there might be any direct questions from the audience, please do so. We are going to continue with our next country, which is Spain. Spain will be represented by the Marie Sklodowska-Curie NCP, who will basically try to present the different hosting offers that have been expressed by different Spanish universities, research institutions. So Xavi will have a little bit of a task, but I'm sure that he will be able to make it within those 15 minutes. And he will also spark that interest in you when it comes to the Spanish research infrastructure. So Xavi, welcome to our webinar today, and the floor is yours.
Okay, thank you very much, Vicky, for giving us this floor. And as I will sort of make a national representation, please bear with me with a few slides of data, but just to put you in situation on the Spanish situation. So next slide, please. So the Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, particularly the postdoctoral fellowships, are really, really popular among Spanish institutions, as you can see by the fact that, for example, we were the member state with more participation. And actually, I'm happy to say, of course, it's not only about participation, it's also about success. So we're also quite happy with our success rate, overall success rate from the country, where we have a slightly higher than average success rate in terms of participation regarding the EU average. The next slide. I've included, in case you were able to obtain and access the presentation, a bit of an overview of the main performers on the last calls, and also that the kind of the panels in which we have had successful suggestions. Successful proposals, but again, I'm not going to go into those details, just to provide you a bit of an overview that we are participating as a country relatively well in the actions. Next slide, please. I also wanted to highlight that because of the work, I'm only NCP in Horizon Europe, but the previous, my colleague NCPs who have been around for a longer time, especially on Horizon 2020, they have made quite an effort to get in Spanish institutions to use the EURAXESS hosting offers as a place to showcase opportunities. So as of Friday, you could find more than 180 opportunities to propose, to prepare MSCA-PF proposals. Next slide. But I'm going to highlight a few which we have received from a number of institutions which are particularly, let's say, interested in finding candidates to prepare proposals. And those are the 10 that I'm going to highlight here, providing a bit of information of what you can find in each of them. The first one would be the Josep Carreras Leukemia Research Institute, which has a focus on cancer and leukemia epigenetics biology, and as well in experimental and clinical hematology. But within these programs, there are more than altogether almost 40 research groups that you can check through their webpage. And in case you're interested, you can actually contact the Research Grants Office in order to find out how you can prepare, you can have a contact with a potential supervisor here and prepare a proposal. Like the rest of the institutions that I'll be showing you, all of them are awarded with the HR Excellence logo, which means that they are institutions who are actively working in improving the management of their R&D human resources. And they are all of them very experienced in Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions in general. So I've included a link to CORDIs of previous projects that have been implemented or ongoing projects, granted projects of each of the institutions. So next slide, please. The second one would be a university, which obviously basically covers all fields of knowledge. So you have possibilities to implement research in the University of Vigo in Galicia, in all research lines, but I highlighted the 2 expressions of interest which are currently published, which are specific to 2 research centers which are connected to the university. The Telecommunications and Technology Center linked to the university, and in the Interdisciplinary Marine Sciences Research Center, which is part of the university. Like in the previous one, you also have there the connection to the International Research Project area, in order to make any questions or to help you with the preparation of the proposals. And once again, a link to all the previous or ongoing experience that the institution has. So next slide, please. Then we have the Auguste P. and Sunier Biomedical Research Institute, which has focuses on research lines on biological aggression and response mechanisms, on respiratory and cardiovascular and renal pathobiology and bioengineering, on liver digestive systems and metabolism, clinical and experimental neuroscience, and oncology and hematology. And like in the previous cases, HR award granted, a significant experience in the implementation of Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, a great location, I would bet for many of you, which is in Barcelona. And you have there again the contact information of the institutional relations officer in order to first facilitate your connection with a potential supervisor, but also to support you with the preparation of a proposal. Next slide, please. Then we have the IBEC, the Institute for Bioengineering of Catalonia, also located in beautiful Barcelona. And this research center, which is also, apart from having the HR award and extensive experience in Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, they're also awardees of the Severo Ochoa National Funding Scheme, which highlights research centers and research units of excellence within Spain, which is an annual call that we get, and where they have to meet a number of issues in regards to the management of the human resources, their capacity of internationalization, commercialization, and so on. And they have 24 research groups to which you could apply, once again, through the project's office, that you can find there, the email contact in case you are interested. Next slide, please. Then we have received the interest from another of the universities in the region of Galicia, in this case, Universidad de Coruña, also with a significant track of successful applications in Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, both in postdoctoral and individual fellowships, but also in doctoral networks rather recently. And again, they basically cover all fields of knowledge, like like most, let's say, generalistic universities. But currently, they are particularly keen on finding fellows interested in supramolecular chemistry, chemical biology, and nanotechnology. And you have there actually the link to the expression of interest they have published in the EURAXESS website. And once again, you can contact them through the Excellent Science and Talent Recruitment area, which is part of the Knowledge Transfer Office, and provide support in making this connection with supervisors and also in the preparation of the proposals themselves. Next slide, please. Then we have the University of Granada, which is again a very significantly large university covering all fields of knowledge, but currently they are particularly keen or actively seeking candidates to prepare proposals in the area of psychobiology and life sciences, in geodynamics in the case of environmental and geosciences, software engineering in the case of information science and engineering, and in the case of social sciences and humanities, they have currently published in EURAXESS hosting offers, expressions of interest for postdoctoral fellows or postdoctoral researchers interested in preparing proposals in didactics and school organization and in business management. Like in the previous cases, it's an institution which is awarded with the HR Excellence Award for their practices in the management of their human resources staff, and they have a very strong international projects office, which you have there the contacts where you can make any kind of queries or ask for any support for making a connection with the supervisor. Here, I would like to highlight that they have been extremely successful in history and Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions, but particularly in these last two postdoctoral fellowships of Horizon Europe, with 13 successful applications on 2021 and 7 in the last call 2022. Next slide, please. Then we have a research center, also part of this Severo Ochoa National Calls of Research Centers of Excellence that I've mentioned for the case of IBEC. And this case, they are focused on nanoscience and on the development of applications of nanotechnology with many connections to the private sector, to industry. And once again, you have there the connection of the Research Support Office in case you want to ask or to find the connection to prepare an MSCA proposal. Like in the previous cases, they're also successful in Marie Sklodowska-Curie Actions. And I would like to highlight that they have currently been running two co-fund programs, one for postdoctoral researchers, one for postdoctoral researchers. Next slide, please. Then we have University of Salamanca, again, another generalistic university, and actually the oldest university in Spain and one of the oldest one in Europe. Currently, they have more than 120 research groups. They are located in the beautiful city of Salamanca in Castilla-León. And again, a connection, a link or a contact information of their international projects office, which supports in the preparation and implementation of MSCA, among other types of European funding, international funding. Next slide, please. Then we have also received expressions of interest from the University of Cantabria, who, apart from covering, again, basically all fields of knowledge, in this particular call, they have published a number of expressions of interest in specific fields that you can see there, on applied mathematics analysis and differential equations, on biomedicine and biotechnology, particularly on tumor microenvironment. Two expressions of interest connected to their Institute of Physics of Cantabria, one for elementary particle physics and one for dark matter research. And finally, an expression of interest to prepare a research project and educational research. You have there, once again, the connection, the email contact for the EU Projects Office, which can help you with the preparation or with any kind of query that you have for the preparation of a PF proposal. Next slide, please. Another generalistic university. This is actually a multi-campus university that is located in 3 cities in the region of Castilla-León, in Albacete, Ciudad Real, and Toledo. And within their catalog of research practices, you can find more than 280 research groups and also a number of research centers which are connected to the university. In case you have an interest also in coming to this university, you have there the connection of the email contact of European Project Office. Next slide, please. And then we have another university, in this case in the region of Andalusia, in the south of Spain, in the city of Jaén, which, again, apart from covering all fields of knowledge, they have a number of specific expressions of interest currently open that you can find in their own website within the website of the University of Jaén. And there is currently an open interest in applied physics, ecology, computer science, archaeology, stratigraphy, and signal theory and communications. And once again, we have put together there on one hand the email contact of the RNI International Project Office, which can support you in the preparation of your proposal, and also a link to the previous experience in MSCA, which you can find in all the projects they have ongoing in Cordis. Next slide, please. And I think that I've managed to put quite a significant amount of information with still a few minutes left to go. Apart from all the connections, all the email contacts that I left there, all the contacts of the different project offices of all these institutions that are actively seeking for candidates to prepare postdoctoral fellowships, please feel free to contact us either through my role as MSCA NCP or either as EURAXESS Spain coordination team, which, as I said, we are collaborating quite closely with Marie Curie and having all our expressions of interest published there in the EURAXESS website. So thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Xavi, for really giving us this wonderful idea, or as we say in Spanish, recorrido of the different opportunities that that Spain offers. And, you know, as you mentioned, it was just a few of the many that our researchers from around the world, especially in this case from the Americas, can also find on the EURAXESS Jobs and Funding portal. So thank you again, and also thank you for fitting into your 15 minutes. If you have any questions to Xavi, please feel free to contact him either right now if you have any burning question, or you can also send them an email to the whole Marie Sklodowska-Curie NCP team of Spain. They will be very glad to answer your questions. And now we are going to continue with the next country, which is Slovakia. I'm going to invite the Campbell Institute of Intelligent Technologies as the first institution which will be introduced for the beautiful country of Slovakia. Of course, I have to say beautiful, it's my country. Will be introduced by Michal Kompaň. I will share the screen.
Campbell Institute of Intelligent Technologies, also known as CINIT, based in Bratislava, Slovakia, is an independent, non-profit research institute focusing on artificial intelligence. Our mission is to support scientific excellence by bridging the private and public sector. With a strong academic background and inspired by the similar institutions abroad, CINIT, as a center of expertise, supports companies in research, the stronger connection with the academic sector, and the attraction of talent to Slovakia. CINIT is gaining a recognition for being a new institutional model for research and innovation in our country, demonstrating that strategic priorities of the Institute are well in line with the European and Slovak strategies. We are engaged in industry collaboration with over 20 industry partners. The Institute Excellence is based on 3 legs. First, application-oriented basic research, where our teams are engaged in the state-of-the-art research with topics relevant for the wider societal impact. Second, applied research and development, focusing on actual industry topics and problems relevant for the Europe as well. Third, the transfer of knowledge to the industry relies mostly by the industry research collaborations. CINIT encourages knowledge spreading talent development, and responsible innovation. We have repeatedly proven our passion, excellence, and potential. In the last 2 years, we have acquired funding from 7 European projects in the domains of fighting disinformation, web, and social networks. Our project came from Research and Innovation Actions, Innovation Action, MSCA Doctoral Networks, Coordination and Super Action, and also Digital Europe Scheme. We have also supported 2 ERC starting grant submissions. Thanks to our activities in Horizon Europe project, we have established active cooperation with over 60 partners in 23 European countries. Despite working on challenging research problems, we are continuously preparing for new proposals. At KINIT, we have 4 research teams which explore different domains and utilize sometimes different methods. However, our teams are tightly collaborating, and the majority of our projects are not only cross-team, but also interdisciplinary. Our core research areas reflect methods of great interest in the research community. Among many, I will specifically mention the meta or transfer learning, which can help us when we deal with limited data or labels, or predictive modeling, anomaly detection, natural language processing, all with great, interesting industry applications, and also trustworthy and explainable AI. When speaking about domains, the Web and User Data Processing team focuses on the disinformation domain. Within several European projects, we explore the topics of misinformation analysis, designing tools to improve and speed up the fact-checking process, deepfake detection, or content analysis methods to support police authorities in investigation of disinformation-related crimes. The Green and Secure Environment team explores problems related to the energetic infrastructure as microgrid modeling, disaggregation of cumulative household consumption, and extremely actual topics of flexibility and inclusion of electric vehicles to the system. Obviously, the natural language processing team explores the standard NLP tasks, focusing on limited resources as, for instance, Slovak language. Our research explored various biases, included the large language models, and design methods to reduce these and to increase the interpretability and transparency of such models. Last but not least, the Ethics and Human Values in Technology team, which consists of experts in ethics and law, supports the technical expertise in other teams. Here we address reflection of societal and ethical impacts. Specifically, we focus on the industry where the ethics-based assessments are conducted. The team is also active in the process of artificial intelligence regulation on the national and also European level. We are looking for passionate researchers in any career stage, and as a hosting institution, we will be happy to welcome PhD students, postdocs, or ERC grant candidates. In any case, don't hesitate to reach us to discuss further opportunities. We are looking forward to welcoming you in one of our 4 research teams.
Thank you very much, Michal, for sharing your presentations about the Kempelen Institute of Intelligent Technologies. Many of you might have not heard of that, and you might think that smaller countries do not have a wonderful research infrastructure, but they do, and this is one of the cases where you can see different opportunities that are offered, and that you can also search for a supervisor, principal investigator for your proposal as a Marie Sklodowska-Curie Fellow. We are going to continue with a presentation about the Slovak Academy of Sciences by Zuzana Hrabowska.
Okay, so I hope it's readable now.
Yes, perfect. Please go ahead.
Yes, perfect. So thank you very much for inviting me for this event. It's been really a pleasure to introduce Slovak Academy of Sciences. Whereas KINIT is a small company, we are, on the other hand, the biggest scientific institution in Slovakia. And this year we are celebrating the 70th anniversary of its foundation. Even you can say the lady in its age does not have anything to offer, but in contrary, our mission is still top-level basic research, scientific infrastructure available for all interested parties, long-term strategic and applied research development to transfer knowledge into practice. Our research is carried out in a really wide range of sciences. I will come to that a little bit later. We have around 2,000 employees and also around 500 doctoral students. You can choose to realize your project within 45 independent institutes, which are divided into 3 scientific sections, which is physical space, earth and engineering, life, chemical, medical and environmental sciences, social sciences, humanities, arts and culture. All informations are detailed on our website. I will just go through very, very shortly of name of the institutes. All institutes have its own English page. So please go to our website, check all the institutes. As I said, the portfolio is really wide range, so you can choose. If you are not sure who to contact, there will be contact to EURAXESS Point SAS, where my colleagues have a number of mentors who can help you with your preparation of your applications. So this is the last scientific section that I would like to introduce. And why to choose academia? We are a proud member of EURAXESS Slovakia network, so we can help you with the practical information on the visa. We can give you all information that is necessary for you if you want to relocate to Slovakia. We are also implementing the HRS for our Excellence in Research Award. So there is a transparent process and we follow the principles of the European Charter of Researchers and Code of Conduct for recruitment. And we know how to do it. We are implementing several projects, one is SASPRO. For this one, we have already closed the recruitment, but still, if you want to check our second co-fund, Marie Sklodowska project, please go to our website and check the work of our fellows. We also have a project called Impulse, which is one of the projects that is financed strictly by the Slovak Academy of Sciences, and also other smaller grants which you can also apply, and even people that you would like to join your team. And why to choose Slovakia? Slovakia, it's a small country in the center of Europe. We have 1 hour drive to Vienna, 2 hours drive to Budapest, to Brno. So it's not far to any of these countries. So the capital, Slovakia, is very close to Vienna, as I said earlier. And Slovakia is a good place to be. So please join our Slovakian team. And if you have any information, please contact me or my colleagues at the EURAXESS Point. So this is the information. So thank you very much for your attention.
Thank you very much, Susanna, for sharing the presentation about the Slovak Academy of Sciences. I would like to now move on to our third presentation, which will be about Matej Bell University, and it will be presented by Alexandra Bitušíková.
Hello, everyone. I'm very happy that I can introduce Matej Bell University in Banská Bystrica to you. It is a university in central Slovakia, not in the capital, but a very nice city. Our university, next please, has 6 faculties. 5 of them are mainly focused on socioeconomic and sciences, humanities, and pedagogy or education. 1 of them is natural sciences. As you can see, we have 6 faculties: economics, education, arts, natural sciences, law and political sciences, and international relations. Yes, next please. if you want to see our university numbers, we have about 7,000 students. So it's not a large, huge university, but you will not regret if you come here. We have about 500 academic and research staff, and we do have a very good, excellent research collaboration with a lot of excellent universities around the world. Of course, primarily in Europe, because of the Horizon 2020 and Horizon Europe projects. So, for instance, we were the best Slovak university in a number of successful Horizon 2020 projects in social sciences and humanities. And we already have quite a lot of very good, interesting Horizon Europe projects in the role of coordination, as well as partner position, as you can see the name of the project. In addition to that, what is very good, we have excellent support centers for international scholars who want to participate in international research. We have University Center for International Projects, which are people who can help you to organize and make all administrative and financial aspects of your research projects, which is excellent. And we also have a Center for International Relations, people who can help you with mobilities when you come from abroad to our country. They make your life easier. And we also have quite an extensive collaboration with the people, with other stakeholders in the practice, which is also quite an interesting part of our activities. Next, please. So why to come to our university, which is not in the center of the world? We do have broad research opportunities and really a very good international research collaboration with top research institutions and universities in the world. We have excellent library opportunities, numerous sports activities and facilities. Some students and scholars might also be happy about this. We have very good newly refurnished dormitories. We were #1 university in Slovakia to be awarded HR Excellence in Research, #1 university in Slovakia to have an open access strategy. We were one of the first universities in Slovakia to have a gender equality plan. So we do take these issues also as important. And we are on the way to become a green university, doing a lot of activities in this area. And of course, we have a lot of great events which might be interested. And why to come to the city of Banská Bystrica, which is not the capital of Slovakia. It is a city located in central Slovakia, exactly in the heart of Slovakia. It's a historic city which was founded in the 13th century and had a very rich history as a royal mining city, which is now only seen in the way of wonderful historical city center. And in the modern history, Banská Bystrica has become very famous because it has been it was the center of the Slovak National Uprising, which was the second largest uprising against the Nazi regime following the Yugoslav partisan war. And in addition, to finish, yes, next please. Yes, we are not the huge city. We are a very small city, 80,000 inhabitants, very pleasant, situated in the center of Slovakia in a beautiful mountainous area. We have an attractive environment and a very charming historical city center and a very vibrant urban life with the largest youth club in Slovakia. And what else to come? We have 4 seasons. So it's beautiful in spring. Next. It's great in summer. You can do a lot of wonderful activities in the city and around. It's fantastic in autumn, when you have all these colors, and great in winter. So come and see. You can see some videos also on our UNB website and also videos on Central Slovakia. We will be very happy to welcome you to our city and region, and you will not regret it. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much, Dr. Alexandra, for introducing the Matej Bell University to our researchers that are connected to this webinar, especially from South and North America. And we are going to finalize Slovakia with a presentation about the Center for Functional and Surface Functionalized Glass, which is located at the Alexander Dubček University of Trenčín.
Hello, my name is Peter Hošták, and I'm grateful for the opportunity to discuss Funglass formulas to unlock your MSCA success story. I'm from city of Trenčín. It's a small town with large castle and great ambitions. In 2026, Trenčín will be a European capital of culture. Slovakia and Trenčín is located in Central Europe. We are 330 kilometers from Prague, 180 kilometers from Vienna, and 260 kilometers from Budapest. Funglass is a university-embedded center of excellence with quasi-faculty status. We are concerned primarily with basic and fundamental research. In terms of training, we offer only doctoral program in inorganic technology and non-metallic materials, and we are getting more and more involved in applied research and intersectoral collaboration. Research agenda of the Funglass Center is supervised by 5 great researchers: Professor Galusek of our own, Professor Duran from CSIC in Madrid, Professor Vondracek from University of Vienna, Professor Boccaccini at the University of Erlangen, Professor Bernardo from University of Padua. We have 6 research departments, and our headcount reached 87. This includes in May 2023. This includes 48 researchers, 11 research administrators, and 26 doctoral students. Our passion is research of glass and ceramic materials with special emphasis on study of functional properties like luminescence, electric, magnetic, catalytic absorption, and functionalization of conventional glass with the aim to modify mentioned characteristics and add new functionalities. Special research topics matched with respective departments are listed in table below. The first formula for Funglass hosting offer is 1 + 1 = excellent proposal. We believe that a good proposal needs a close collaboration of the researcher with hosting institution. That's why we would like you to visit Trenčín for 2-week stay funded from Funglass Visiting Researcher Program so that you can crystallize the story of your proposal, meet our researchers, get to know our research facilities and research administrators. If the need is, we can provide you with access to a network of attractive secondments with leading European academic and industrial R&I partners of Funglass. And last but not least, I hope you will take advantage of grant proposal services of my project management team, which has a know-how to prepare and coordinate large multinational research projects. For our small group, we were able to secure funding in excess of 35 million euros since 2017. The second formula is 3 for 1 = higher chance of success. If your proposal has a score of more than 85%, in other words, receives a so-called seal of excellence, it can get funded from MSCA Fellowship scheme. but last year a cutoff score for funding was 91.8 points for the panel in chemistry. Now, if your score is slightly below, you will automatically get a chance to participate in ERA Fellowship Call funded from the widening program of Horizon Europe. And last year, cutoff funding score for funding in this call was 89.6 points. Now, this is for widening countries only, but Slovakia is a widening country. And if this still doesn't work, you will have a chance to participate with your proposal in National Fellowship Grant Scheme funded from Recovery and Resilience Plan of Slovakia, under which there is a plan to support Seal of Excellence projects. Last formula is 4 is more than 2, which translates into higher impact. Fanglas will offer its fellows a unique option to extend duration of their contract by 2 years under the same terms as MSCA grant, but funded from our own institutional resources. We are seeking new talents and we want to support the full implementation of the project and maximize its impact. And lastly, let me present Fanglas equation. FG equals GF. Fanglas equals good friends. Our team comes from 16 countries and 4 continents. Women make up 47% of our team, and I hope you will become a friend of Fanglas.
Thank you very much, Peter, for your presentation about Fanglas. I can imagine that researching there will be as fun as the name says.
We try.
Yes, I think so too, that it's an excellent opportunity for all our researchers that are still looking for a host institution, that they can do it also with you. I would like to remind everyone who is still connected that your host institution within Europe can be any entity. It can be a university, it can be a research institution, a laboratory, but it can also be an NGO, it can be a company, it can be an SME. So basically any legal entity within any of the European countries, and you have more than 40 countries in Europe to choose from. So with that, I would like to thank again to the Slovak team for being here with us this afternoon and for presenting these opportunities. And of course, don't forget that there are many more that have not been mentioned today. We are going to continue and close this info session with the opportunities that are offered by the beautiful country of Malta. And we have Lily with us. Hi, Lily. Nice.
Hello, hi. Hello to everyone. Vicky, thank you very much for this opportunity. I presume you're going to, yes. Okay.
Yes. So if you allow me, here is a short video.
Have you considered Malta as your research destination? Malta is not only an attractive holiday destination and a peaceful place to live, but it is on its route to becoming a leading innovation island. Malta has made important strides in key technological areas by establishing the first regulatory framework for blockchain, cryptocurrency, and distributed ledger technology. Here is an overview of the Maltese science, technology, and innovation landscape. The University of Malta is the highest teaching and research institution in Malta and was founded in 1769. The university is made up of 14 faculties and a number of interdisciplinary institutes, centres and schools, including a doctoral school. The university is actively participating in and coordinating EU-funded projects, including projects of the EU's Research and Innovation Framework Programme, and is warmly welcoming Marie Sklodowska-Curie Fellows. Based at the University of Malta, Takeoff is Malta's first technology business incubator. The program is specifically designed to help innovators and aspiring entrepreneurs create successful science, technology, engineering, creative media, and knowledge-based startup business. The Malta College of Arts, Science and Technology, MCAST, is a vocational education and training institution. Established in 2001, MCAST offers 180 full-time and over 300 part-time vocational courses, ranging from certificates to master degrees. MCAST also actively coordinates and participates in a number of Horizon 2020 projects. The Malta Life Sciences Park was conceived by the country's Economic Development Agency, Malta Enterprise, to provide an international class facility for life sciences and information technology development. It is designed to promote research and development and to spur the growth of the life sciences sector in Malta, building on the base that the company developed in the pharmaceutical industry during the last decade. The Malta Council for Science and Technology, MCST, is the governmental body responsible for research and innovation, R&I, space, science and technology. Being the official contact point for the EU Framework Programme for Research and Innovation and the managing body of the National Funds for Research, namely the Fusion Programme, MCST has a team of national contact points ready to assist you in finding relevant partners, apply for funding, or resolve your project-related queries. Furthermore, MCST hosts a EURAXESS Centre and manages the EURAXESS Malta portal. EURAXESS Malta is ready to assist all those researchers that choose Malta as their research destination. Be part of Malta's research and innovation landscape.
Don't use bullet points in a presentation. Look, if you're responsible for driving new sales into a business you own or that you work for, you're probably doing that through a presentation, but do not...
This is not part anymore. And let's go ahead with the video, with the presentation about the different hosting opportunities that we have within Malta by different universities and research institutions. And the presentation will be given by the Marie Sklodowska-Curie NCP, Lily Kankaya.
Hello to everyone. My name is Lily Kankaya, and I'm MSCA National Contact Point in Malta. I'm here today to present you the host offers that we have collected for you from Maltese organizations and supervisors. And I hope you enjoyed the video that was just shown to you, because in this video also two of our main institutions were presented, namely the University of Malta and MCAST, as well as the research landscape that Malta offers in general. You could little bit see the island as well. Maybe many of you did not even hear about Malta before or have never been, but we hope to welcome you in Malta. Today, apart from presenting you the host offers, I'm also going to present you a PF2MT, which is a travel support grant that we offer for you to attend masterclass training in Malta. What do we offer? How we can help you? We can help you by, of course, matching you with a suitable supervisor and finding you a suitable host entity, but we also offer one-to-one meetings with you to discuss the proposal, to advise you how to improve it. We also review the proposal, and of course we offer the masterclass that I just mentioned as well. What are the host offers from Malta? We have 22 host offers that are published at the University of Malta from very experienced supervisors. All these offers can be found on their website, but also, of course, on the link that I provided in this slide. They cover all scientific fields. We also have 7 offers from MCAST, as well, covering various research fields and various expertise of supervisors. We have one offer from experienced supervisor in the energy transition and transport electrification sector. This is from the Foundation for Research and Innovation. which is a private non-profit foundation. We also have one offer from a private company called EcoIn, where the supervisor is very experienced in nature-based solutions, ecosystem services, landscape and urban planning. All the offers can be accessed from the link here in that slide. You will receive my slides, but also you can find it on EURAXESS Malta portal. Just go on EURAXESS Malta portal and you will find all the offers published there. What is PF2MT? PF2MT is a travel support grant for you to attend a masterclass training that will happen on 12 July in Malta, in our offices in Calcara. It's going to be a full day, intense proposal writing training. There will be a lot of information provided, but also there will be a lot of hands-on exercises that will be very useful for you to improve your proposal writing skills. The call, of course, the PF2MT is directly linked to the postdoctoral fellowship call with deadline 13 September this year. And to be eligible, of course, you need to be eligible for the postdoctoral fellowship call, but also you need to find a host offer from Malta and agree to work together with a supervisor. The application form is very short. The deadline is 28 June, but I advise you, if you need a visa, to apply as soon as you can, because visa procedures are very heavy and take long time. So the sooner you submit the PF2MT application form, the better. But I repeat, this is only for those of you that would choose Malta and find a suitable host organization with a local supervisor too. What do we cover? We give 800 euros for those participants traveling from Europe and 2,000 euros for you traveling from third countries. 50% of the funding will be given once you attend the training, and the remaining 50% once you actually submit the application, the MSCA-PF postdoctoral fellowship application in September. So all the details can be found on the website, where you will see the link, and I look forward to hear from you. Don't hesitate to get in touch with me. As I said, apart from the published host offers, we can also, if you don't find any match but you are willing to apply in Malta, we will try to match you with other supervisors too. Thank you very much, and thank you very much for inviting me and giving me this opportunity.